Hello and welcome to Dunning Stadium here in New Canaan, Connecticut for a giant top 10 matchup. Number 2 New Canaan, number 6 St. Joe's, and you're going to watch it live here on NCTV. I'm Ryan Bell here with Gray Tomasco, and Gray, we should have a great game today.
Yeah, Ryan, you said it great. This is an amazing game. Recap of St. Joe's season. St. Joe's has started off the season strong with a record of 5-1. They have a strong senior-led offense and a strong senior-led defense. 4 of their wins have been by 2 or more touchdowns, with their only loss coming to Greenwich, 36-26 in the regular season upset.
And for New Canaan is 6-0 this year. They're led by a strong senior defense, only let up 21 points this season, and the Rams are looking to make it 7-0. A big win last week was 45-0 against Wilton. For more on that, we have Danielle on the sideline. Danielle?
Thanks, guys. The Rams sure are hot. Their defense especially having 21 defensive points and 4 of their 6 games being absolute shutouts. Now, before we get into the St. Joe's game, let's talk a little bit about last week's Wilton game. The Rams started off hot with a kick return by Will Langford, but Wilton was able to quickly recover on offense. The Rams defense was able to stuff them, followed by a direct snap to junior Luke Reed to lead the game. Wilton was trying to come back and drove all the way down to the Rams end zone, but Tucker Milligan was there to intercept the ball right at the end line and take it for a 99-yard return, which is a new school record. Congratulations to him. Wilton never seemed to gain their footing back after this, as senior Hunter Telesco had 134 yards, averaging 6.4 yards per carry, and a touchdown under his belt. The Rams defense, again, was also exceptional, as they had, again, 3 defensive touchdowns. Now, let's move on to the St. Joe's game. St. Joe's is coming in hot at 5-1, and make sure to look out for number 11, Jack Kilmartin, who has 7 sacks on the season. Ryan, Gray, I'm going to send it back to you guys to see how starting quarterback Ty Groff is going to deal with this.
Thanks, Danielle. Very excited to see how Ty Groff is going to be able to return today. It's his first start of his career. First game returning that he's healthy enough to play after a wrist injury coming back. We're expecting to see a lot more passing out of the New Canaan offense tonight with the return of quarterback Ty Groff. He's also a record-setting kicker, and he's looking to raise team morale by returning to the field. A strong captain and a strong leader on and off the field, Ty Groff will continue in punt and kick for the Rams.
Hey, and there's some more players to watch. Both the running backs for both New Canaan and both the running backs for both New Canaan and St. Joe's are having breakout years this season. Both Hunter Telesco and Riley Jordan have both averaged over 100 yards per game, and they've ran for over 600 yards this season. Now, I know both of their coaches have been proud of that. Gray, how about the coaches?
Yeah, more about the coaches. This is a great matchup of coaches. Having great players is very important, but having strong coaches is even more crucial to a team's success. Coach Marinelli is the most winning coach in New Canaan in high school history for the state of Connecticut. Since 2017 is when he broke the record. St. Joseph's coach, Joe Delavicia of St. Joe's, has been coach for over 31 years, serving as head coach since 1998. For more on the game, we'll come back to you guys after the national anthem.
New Canaan star running back Hunter Telesco has been having a breakout season this year. Telesco has ran for over 600 yards, that being 602 yards, and he's averaging 105 yards per game. Telesco is having a great season and looking to continue for that tonight. The weather tonight, 50 degrees, clear skies. It should be a good one, as precipitation should not be a factor tonight.
That's great. It's a beautiful night, Ryan. The lights for the New Canaan Stadium, the brand new stadium lights, are very, very beautiful, shining down colors of red here. It's great weather for Friday night football. It's cool. It's definitely cool where we're standing, so it'll be cool for the players on the field. This is ideal weather, Ryan. Let me tell you, in the fall, it's really something you look forward to, football games that aren't too cold, that aren't too warm, especially Friday under the lights. Huge weekend, Halloween weekend. Very excited to see how this Rams team plays out and the St. Joseph Cadets.
Yep, perfect weather, and as we see St. Joe's, they're coming out right now. So
St. Joe's making their entrance onto the field. Cheerleaders holding up a banner.
New Canaan following short behind them.
Both teams lining up behind each other here. St. Joe's, the away team, making the first entrance.
Because of this big top 10 matchup, the New Canaan crowd should be on its feet today. Expect sold-out crowd, and it should be a rocking student section tonight.
I totally agree with you. Bomb Squad theme for the Rams tonight is costumes. In spirit of Halloween for the Cadets, they will be in white. St. Joe's hyping each other up, and here come the Cadets. Very pumped up to be here, Ryan. Let me tell you, these guys look very excited to be able to take the field in this real contest for both teams. This is really one of the first big matchups each of these teams had aside from Greenwich.
Exactly. As the banner has came up for New Canaan, they'll be running on the field very shortly.
This New Canaan team, very large in number, close to 100 players rostered. New Canaan players lining up behind the banner here, held up by the cheerleaders.
What a banner, by the way. I'll just add on that. That is.
This is great. This is great.
Crowd stomping on their feet here. Anticipation.
And here come the New Canaan Rams.
Nothing like Friday Night Football, Gray. I mean, this is where it is at.
Ryan, I'm very excited. Just the speed the New Canaan players are running out onto the field with. 5 captains with the flags up front. I am very excited.
Yes.
Everyone is in the spirit. It's Friday Night Football. Lights are flashing. Both rosters are very large in player numbers. Very excited to see which team gets off to the on a hot start.
Man, if St. Joe's can knock off number 2 New Canaan on the road, that resume is going to be boosted like crazy, trying to avenge that Greenwich loss that they already have.
Very true. If New Canaan can pull off this win, they will be 7-0 going into the season with just a few games left before the playoffs.
Coin toss will be soon. Just getting captains ready. Both teams on the sidelines getting ready. So
some very exciting statistics here for the St. Joe's Cadets. Receiving yards per game led by Brandon Hutchinson, the senior wide receiver with 82.7 yards per game on average. Riley Jordan, the star running back, with 115.7 yards per game on average. This compares to the New Canaan Rams, where the leading rusher, Hunter Telesco, has only 100 yards, and the leading receiver, Will Langford, a junior, has only 19 yards. I'm excited to see which offense is able to push the ball down the field more. I think the New Canaan Rams have really grown in their defensive game. They've been able to stop teams requiring a lot less yardage to gains.
Yep.
But let me tell you something. That does not mean they're not putting up points.
Yeah.
This New Canaan Rams team is scoring in every game. They recently beat Wilton 45-0 in a very big win for the Rams. And I'm excited to see what the Cadets can do on the scoring front.
Yep.
I know every game they've won, 4 out of 5 of the games they've won, have been by a scoring margin of 2 or more touchdowns.
Yep.
This is very exciting. The New Canaan Rams defense has only let up 3 total touchdowns this year, this season, with 21 points. I mean, that's incredible.
And onto that, by the way, 3 straight shutouts.
3 straight shutouts for the Rams. And New Canaan defense scoring 21 points in their last game against Wilton, as you saw in that play before. Very exciting, very exciting.
We have the national anthem coming up, so just take a listen.
Both teams very hyped coming back from the coin toss. New Canaan Rams and the Cadets excited to play. We'll be right back after the national anthem.
stadium has been finished. And Gray, it's time for our game.
I'm very excited. An inspiring story here for the Rams. Senior safety Walker Blair, having surgery on his hand on Wednesday, showed up to practice later that day in the late afternoon and is expected to play tonight with a club on his hand. You'll see him out there, number 21. Very inspiring story from a senior. He's expected to not play in the next few games, as this is a game where he's really putting on the pads and strapping up his helmet and saying, the team means more than my health. I mean, that's the best way to put it.
Exactly.
Talking to Coach Marinelli, he was very excited that Walker Blair is such a tough player. He takes the role as a captain very seriously.
It's just one of those responsibilities being the captain.
And I think that goes beyond captain responsibilities, right. Ryan. That coming back after a surgery when you could take 2 or 3 weeks off and suiting up 2 to 3 days later, getting cleared to play. I mean that's not something that happens regularly.
Exactly.
You know, we spoke to Coach Marinelli before the game about the St. Joe's halfback, Riley Jordan, who's having an outstanding season, and we asked him what adjustments might he be making in order to slow him down. They've been saying we're going to limit as much as we can. Good backs are going to get good yardage, but New Canaan's been proud of what they've been able to put out in defense so far, so we'll see how the Rams are able to hold up today.
Yep, Ty Groff kicking off for the Rams. Brandon Hutchison is deep for the Cadets.
Jordan and Hutchinson deep for the Cadets here. Excited to see what both wide receivers are able to do. They've both been very powerful players, both seniors, might I mind you.
Here we go, Ty Groff. We are underway here at Dunning Stadium. Folks, we're in for a good one. Here we go, it's Brandon Hutchison. Hutchison, big hit there. Be down about the 18-yard line there. Big spark for the New Canaan special teams. I
got to tell you, Ryan, that's a very exciting play to start off with for the Rams here. The Cadets will be starting on their own 19-yard line, sorry. That's a hit to the chest, and in the morale sense of this New Canaan Rams team is coming out hitting hard. Their special teams is here tonight. Everyone's ready. It's a very exciting night of football. I'm excited to see what this offense is being able to create, but this defense has just been something else.
Yeah. We'll see here. Will Singewald, quarterback coming out.
Some more on the coaches here. This is Coach Marinelli's 41st season. Joe Delavicha's 24th.
All right, here we go. Singewald in the gun. Jordan to his right. 4 wide receivers. First play. Singewald, it is a pass. Looking, nice play right there.
Wide open, number 15.
Mickey Covino, big play.
And I think that's something that the Cadets are going to try to capitalize on. I think the Rams have defended a lot more against the run game this season, and I think some of these passes might startle them, especially in a 5-yard out route there. No safety, no corner was really able to pick up or read what route was being ran there by Covino. So I'm very excited to see what the senior wide receiver has left of this game.
Expect the Cadets to start slow and then pick it up as the game continues, just to get those little chunk plays.
New Canaan defense, as you can see, as we spoke about before, Walker Blair, number 21, safety here with a club on his wrist.
Goes Singewald in the gun. It's a handoff. Riley Jordan, he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Big play by the Rams front 7.
Rams are a very strong run defense here, and I think that's proven in the past few games. 21 points scored, 1 off an interception, 2 more off the fumbles. It's really been remarkable what those guys up front have been able to produce.
And that has to go to defensive coordinator Chris Silvestri. I mean, what he's been doing to his guys, it's been amazing this season.
It's really been great. Rams, as we said before, 3 straight shutouts, 1 more in the first game of the season, only letting up 21 total points this year.
Let's see here. Singewald with Jordan, this time to his left. This time a 3 wide receiver set. Let's see what we can do. 2nd and 13. Singewald, and I believe we have a false start. Delay game. Was timeout called? Seems that timeout was called by St. Joe's.
I believe Coach Joe Delavicha thought he had a timeout there. Little miscommunication from the refs.
Yeah.
Coming out onto the field, looks like they got it off in time.
Yeah, that play clock was winding down very fast. Would have been a delay of game.
Ryan, what are you expecting to see here on such a crucial down? It's second and about 13. This is what the Cadets need to get off to a hot start. They've been slow. The kick return didn't go their way. The first few plays haven't really gotten them off to the start they've been looking for.
Yeah, I would expect maybe a short route over the middle. Singlewold, he's been delivering those slant routes all season to Brandon Hutchison, who's been the star receiver for the Cadets. So I would expect something over the middle, try and get maybe about 8 to 10 yards to bring up a third and short.
Hutchinson averaging 82 yards per game. Interested to see when the ball gets to him and what he's able to make out of it.
Yep. As the Cadet coaches are heading off to the sidelines now. Jordan lining up to the right, 4 receiver set. Second and 13. Possible pressure shown by the Rams here. Motioning out Jordan. Here's Singlewold. Throws it. Jordan. Nice hit. Was that a loss of yards, I believe? Right, maybe a yard. Riley Jordan. Possible injury there.
Short game. Tucker Milligan going down for the Rams after the big hit.
That's not a good sign. Obviously had the 99-yard pick 6 last week. So
Tucker's a great player, and it looked like he led with his shoulder there on that hit.
yeah.
That's something that might hurt him. I know a lot of the Rams players, especially Brendan Hagan, deliver big hits that way. I think he just got the wrong piece. Maybe he hit a shoulder pad or a helmet, and that'll bring him to the sideline.
All right, third and 13, big play. Singlewold in the gun. Takes a snap, rolls out to his left. Singlewold, pressure, throws it away. Great defense by the Rams in that first possession there.
You know, one thing I think the Rams are going to try to capitalize a lot more off of today is their ability to blitz. They have fast players. That's 2 plays in a row that A.J. Bell has been looking to get through the line. Matt Salmini moving up to the front there. I think the Rams are going to take advantage of what the Cadets are trying to do here in their passing game and try to counteract that with a quick blitz. There's a lot of quick linebackers on this New Canaan Rams team who are going to penetrate the line and create corruption.
Yep. So here's the punt. Griffin Gettner is back. Logan Spolstra take the punt. Try and get some net yards out of this. Try and push the Rams offense back a bit. Let's see here. And the punt is away. Spolstra. A little short. Gettner is going to let that sit. That's going to fall just around about the 27, 28-yard line there. So, Gray, you talked about it. Ty Groff making his first start here. Give us some key pointers that you think we'll see from him today.
I think with Ty Groff, they're going to work a lot more in the passing game. The leading Rams wide receiver only averages 19 yards per game. And that's something that a team can work through. And I know the Rams are a running offense. But I think with Ty Groff, the Rams are going to look to throw the ball a lot more, especially because that's something the Cadets are not expecting. They might not know the tendencies of Ty Groff and what he's going to be able to create. So I think the Rams are going to move the ball down the field a lot more with the passing game than the running game today.
Ball is being moved up to about the 39.
Unsure of the circumstances, it looked like the New Canaan coaches were having a dialogue with the referees.
Up to 39. All right, Groff. First snap as a starter. Telesco to his right. Whistle's been blown here. I don't know if this is about moving the ball up to 39 because...
Looks like Coach Delovich is unsure of what's going on here.
Yeah.
Miscommunication.
All right. Well, we'll stand at the 39. So here we go. Ty Groff. Telesco to his right. First snap. It's a handoff to Telesco. Telesco gets stuffed in the backfield. It's a good play by St. Joe's. They're going to try and neutralize Telesco today.
Brought down by number 12, Ryan DeMarco, a 6'3", 225 defensive end. And I think something the Cadets are going to do here is really penetrate that run game.
Yeah.
As we said, I don't think they're expecting the ball to be thrown.
Yeah. Groff in the gun. Telesco to his right. 2nd and 11. Groff. Swing pass, Telesco. He will get some positive yardage there. And that's a good gain for the Rams right there. Telesco getting about 5 or 6 right there.
Gain of 5 for Hunter Telesco. Some forward motion on the end there. Yards after contact, very high. Looks like he was able to get about 4. That swing pass completed by Ty Groff. Definitely something that the Rams are going to be looking to do. Ty's able to move the ball. He's also able to run. I think we'll see a little bit more of the option game as well.
3rd and 3, short package here. I would expect a handoff to Telesco. All right, we'll see Telesco motioning to the right. Groff. It is handoff to Telesco. And Telesco, the push got him over. Great play by that outstanding Rams offensive line for the first down.
You know, and watch the way number 58, Ben Shibit, is able to keep the play moving forward. He pulls down the linebacker or the lineman who is tackling Hunter Telesco there and is just able to give the Rams an extra yard or two. Great heads-up play by him.
Yep. Groff in the gun.
Rams on a hard count.
Almost got the Cadets D there. 1st and 10, ball to 49.
Signaling a new play, looks like an audible.
Here's Groff. There's a pass. That is over to Cooper Smith. Smith, wow, there we go.
Number 17, Cooper Smith with the great play, stiff-arming the first defender to the ground and knocking over the second. That's a great play by him.
Adding some fire, some spark.
Looks like he might have stepped out of bounds there, but a great play by him for just moving forward and hoping to get those extra yards.
2nd and 5. Normally in these short downs, short yards of gains, I would expect a handoff to Telesco, maybe some motion with him, but expect the ball to be coming to him. Groff in the gun, trying that hard count again. It's not bite, so checking play on the sideline.
Cadets with 3 linemen for the most of the game. Nose guard and 2 defensive ends.
Yep. Another check here. Let's see. Groff in the gun, Telesco to his left. It is a handoff to Telesco. Telesco, that's a good gain. That is a first down for the Rams.
Telesco gains about 5 yards there. Great play. Great play by him. Cutting up and finding the open gap. Definitely something the Rams offensive line created for him. And I think the O-line on that right side is a very strong. You got Capello on that right side there. Really being able to open up a gap that Telesco is able to recognize and push through.
Yeah. Here's Groff in the gun. Again, the hard count. By the way, Alex Russi, number 10, is now in at receiver. Obviously started at quarterback for the first 6 games. Playing him at receiver now.
Alex Russi picking up a few receptions in the last game with Wilton as Ty Groff was getting a few minutes.
Yep. Go. Russi moving back. Telesco motion to the right. Groff with the gun. 1st and 10. It is a handoff to Telesco. Telesco, that's a gain of about 5 right there.
And Ryan, I think this is what the Rams are relying on here. I think they might be running the ball out just with Telesco. And then once they want to get him off of his feet and get the ball a little more in the air, maybe towards the end of the first or the start of the second quarter, we might be seeing the ball air out a little bit.
Just for this first quarter, welcoming back Groff a bit, just handing the ball off, getting him loose. 2nd and 6. Groff pass, whistles have been blown here. There's a flag, false start on the Rams.
False start on the Rams, that'll bring them back 5 yards, making it 2nd and 10. 2nd and 11. And I think this is something that Ty Groff really worked on last week. I know the Rams aired the ball out, a big reception to James McInerney, the freshman wide receiver. And I think really getting Ty Groff that in-game experience, as this is really his first game truly back from injury, is something special that the Rams have been able to create.
2nd and 11 on the 40. Here's Groff. Rolling to his left. Groff going to throw it to McInerney. Oh, incomplete. That was a good hit on the sideline there.
Big hit by number 16, Jason Pagano, the sophomore, bringing down James McInerney, the freshman, who almost had that reception.
Great story about James McInerney, of course, being a freshman. I mean, you rarely see that for New Canaan, especially really anywhere around high school football. So they're trying to target him early. Bringing up a 3rd and 11 at the 40 here.
Some interesting facts from the Rams. Griffin Getner, the punt returner, has 3 of the top 20 longest punt returns in New Canaan history.
Let's see, heading to the 3rd down. Groff backing up. Groff, he's looking deep. He's looking. Oh, just falls incomplete. That was intended to Will Langford. No flags. All right.
Rams wide receiver 1, William Langford, almost came down with that reception. A very big play for the Rams. A good defensive stop by the Cadets, and I think that's something the Rams were trying to create. If they brought that down, it would have been a great play, great for team morale, and it really would have brought them to the head of this first quarter.
Yeah, that's a great throw by Ty Groff. I mean, first deep throw, really of the whole season. That was a dot, but great defense by St. Joe's.
4th down, Rams elect to punt on this play.
We'll see how Groff wants to position this, if he's going for end zone or going to try and get a coffin corner and pin him inside the 10. Groff receives the punt. Boots it. It's a nice punt. Oh, it's going to fall into the end zone. Touchback, so St. Joe's will take it at the 20.
Michael Smith, the sophomore there. Looks like he was trying to chase that ball down and keep it in bounds.
So Will Singewald and the St. Joe's offense will come back onto the field here. First drive, they picked up a few first downs, but were unable to get across the 50. So we'll see if they get a better second drive going.
Ryan, what do you think the Cadets are going to try to do here? 5 minutes left in the first quarter. They're driving the ball down the field. It was a touchback. They'll be on their own 20. What do you think they'll be trying to do here?
I would say maybe more of a more slow, methodical kind of drive. Try and take up as much clock as they can because, as you know, if Buchanan gets the ball, they can score just like that. So I would say more of a slow drive, but expect them to get yards.
Number 4, Matthew Salmini on the field here, 4.5 sacks this season and 2 interceptions. Excited to see what he'll be able to do today.
Singewald in the gun, 4 receivers. Riley Jordan to his right. Singewald, it is a handoff to Jordan. He will get a gain of about 2 right there. Again, that Rams front 7, making it tough for St. Joe's in the trenches.
And I don't think the St. Joe's Cadets are going to be able to penetrate as much in the run game here. Matthew Salmini, middle linebacker, coming up on that tackle. He's a great, big, physical player. I don't think the Cadets are going to be able to get much on the run, and I'm really interested to see how they use some of their weapons, like Brandon Hutchinson or Mickey Cavino, who have been averaging 80, 50, and 26 yards per game.
Yeah. 2nd and 7 on the 23. Singewald. Possible jump on the left, but not called. Singewald, he's going to take the throw. Incomplete. That was intended for number 1, Brandon Hutchison. They're going to try and get him going. Hutchison, he's been having an outstanding year for the Cadets, so they're going to try and get him going early.
And I agree with you, Ryan, and senior safety Walker Blair there on the defensive end, really shutting down, so quarterback had to throw that one away.
This will bring up a 3rd down and 7. Expect another target to Hutchison here. We'll see. In the gun, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Riley Jordan also to the right of Singewald. Off the clap, Singewald dropping back. Great pressure by New Canaan. Singewald's, he's just going to have to, wow, it was Hutchison, but let's see. Was that called the completed pass? It was. Wow.
Pass goes complete to number 1, Brandon Hutchinson. I think the Rams there, a lot of chaos. You had number 44, Charlie O'Connor, breaking through with a great blitz. Just wasn't a foot away from bringing down that quarterback, Singewald.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing goes for Will Pepe, number 98. Came around there just short, just a second short of being able to stop that first down.
Yep. Big pickup for St. Joe's. We have Singewald in the gun. 3 to his left this time. Singewald, it is a handoff to Jordan. Jordan's going to get a gain of a few there. It's going to be tough to run up the middle, as you said, Gray. I mean, that front 7, they're really on their game this season.
Yeah, and once again, Matthew Salmini with the tackle. He's a guy that can average 9 tackles per game. And I think we're seeing that here with just 2 in this drive.
Bringing up a 2nd and 6. Need to get to the 41 here.
3 minutes left in the first.
Singewald lining up in the gun. Takes a snap, looking to his left. He's going to throw it. That is Hutchison. And we'll see if that got him over the first. I don't believe so.
That was a great play by number 1, Brandon Hutchinson. And you can see his yards after carry is usually something that the Cadets are able to capitalize off of.
Yep.
He makes a lot of great moves there, just brought down by 3 or 4 Rams. There's nothing you can do when there's that many guys in the area. But you give Hutchinson a one-on-one with any defender on any team, really. I think there's a good chance he's getting by and getting a few extra yards.
Yeah. Bringing up a 3rd and 1 here for the Cadets. More of a jumbo package in here. We'll see if Riley Jordan's going to get it. And it is a handoff to Jordan. Looks like he'll get it with the push.
Yeah, I think the Cadets were just trying to get the first down there. 3rd and 4th, especially with this play clock, and really looking to drive the ball down here the field and get a score before the end of the first quarter. That really boosts your team morale, and being up at the beginning of the game is really something that helps, especially as you look at statistics over time of what teams are up versus what team's winning. It's really something that the cadets are trying to do here.
Yep. We'll see. Bring up a 1st and 10 from the 41. Pretty slow drive so far, almost accumulating 3 minutes here.
It has been, and I think the cadets are just trying to move the ball down the field.
Yeah. Hutchison, he's just going to drop back, roll into his left. Hutchison is just going to have to toss that away. Great pressure by New Canaan. They've been keeping that up all game so far.
You know, as I said before, I think the Rams are going to blitz a lot. The St. Joe's cadets definitely have a passing offense. And I think on every play here, we've seen 1 or 2 players penetrating the line, and not just the 3 down front, right?
Yeah.
It's been the guys from the outside linebackers. They were under Mike Blitz. So it's really something that we've been anticipating, and I think the cadets haven't been able to control.
Right. Bringing up a 2nd and 10 on the throwaway there. Ball on the 42. Singewald lining up on gun on almost every snap here. Read option. Singewald, quarterback keeper. Is he going to get the 1st down? He will. He's going to get a couple more past the 1st down. Good gain of about 13 or 14 for Singewald. He can do that. He's a read option type of quarterback. He can keep it for himself, and that's what you need.
I think that comes in with the senior experience. The St. Joe's cadets have a lot of older players on this offense. It really could be 12 seniors starting on a healthy night. And I think something here that we'll see with this replay is Singewald is just able to create that lane for himself by running to the outside. And he's such a fast and quick quarterback. And especially with that fake that was sold by that running back, the Rams defense expecting the run wasn't able to capitalize.
That's just part of that 1-2 punch between Jordan and Singewald. Singewald, there's, speaking to Jordan, he gets the handoff. Again, the stuff still on his feet. We'll give him the forward progress about a yard or 2 there.
Same play ran twice, I believe, but this time it was handed off. Something the Rams were able to jump the gun on.
Yep. Bringing up a 2nd and 8 on the 44. I wonder if they'll use up all this clock for the end of the 1st quarter. Possibility.
And I think one of the strengths that the Rams have is the depth to their roster. You see number 44, Charlie O'Connor, checking in here for Owen Lyden. The Rams have a lot of guys that can work in and make plays when one gets tired.
Yeah. There goes Singewald, Jordan to his left, dropping back. He's going to throw it to Hutchison, and Walker Blair trying to make the tackle, of course, only with that one arm. It's enough for a 1st down. Good play.
And I think this is a very tough thing to do. You got a great player like Walker Blair, and this is really his first experience playing with one arm. And I think just the ability to not be able to grab guys and throw them to the ground for such a big and strong guy like Blair is really something he's going to have to adjust to here.
Yeah. Ball on the 27. Clock is winding. We officially hit the seconds mark in the 1st quarter. Singewald in the gun. 1st and 10. Let's see. It is going to be a handoff to Jordan. Jordan
brought down once again by Salmini.
Salmini's having a great game. He's on pace for about 10, 15 tackles today if he keeps that up.
And this is what I like about him. He's not a player who's going to make these super flashy, you know, he's no Tucker Milligan. He's not going to run a 99-yard ball down for a touchdown.
Right.
But he's such a solid player, and his ability to make those tackles consistently. It's consistency, and that's something he's able to create.
Yeah.
And his endurance throughout the entire game is just such a strong asset to that Rams defense.
Yep. So that will bring it to the end of the 1st quarter, 0-0. But St. Joe's do have the ball on the New Canaan 24-yard line, looking to score points.
And I think a scoreless game so far really shows the strength of these teams' defenses. We're going to cut it down to PJ on the sideline for more about this at the end of the 1st quarter.
Thanks, guys. And the safety pair for the Rams, both the starters are injured. Walker Blair, he's still playing. However, he's got a club for a hand. And Tucker Milligan was seen taken off in a golf cart with a shoulder injury earlier today. Let's see how that affects the defense and their confidence going into the 2nd quarter. Thanks, guys. Back up to you.
Thank you, PJ. And yeah, that is big news for Tucker Milligan, obviously. It looks like he will not return. Man, had a big pick 6 last game. That's going to be tough for the Rams defense.
And that really hurts the team. But I think right now the Rams are in the next man up mentality. And being able to have, as we spoke before, guys to come in and guys to fill those roles of such a strong player like Tucker Milligan is just the strongest asset to that Rams defense.
St. Joe's, we take the ball. Looks like we don't know where the spot was. Ball is being placed. Should be on the 24, I believe. All right, ball has been spotted. 2nd and 7 for the Cadets here. We'll see. Singewald in the gun, Jordan to his right. Hutchison motioning over. Is a pass. Singewald rolling to his right, great pressure, incomplete.
And here we talked earlier about the penetration through the line that the Rams are doing here. There was an outside blitz from one of the corners, number 7, Griffin Gettner. And just such a fast guy. He's able to get through the line and create pressure for Will Sinchwald. And that's something that the Cadets haven't been able to capitalize off of. They haven't been able to play with pressure. And I think the plays that they've gotten off have been plays where the Rams just haven't gotten to them yet.
Exactly. And that just adds another aspect to that defense. If you can run quarter blitzes off that left or right side, quarterback has to just worry about another thing. I'll bring up a 3rd and 7 on the 24 here. Looks like we have 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Jordan to the right. Here's Hutchison, big play. Can the Rams defense force a stop? Hutchison rolling to his right, and he is going to toss that incomplete. Great play by the Rams. Connor Mazza forcing the incomplete pass.
And I think that's one of the guys here who's stepped in for Tucker Milligan. Definitely a next man up mentality. And just being able to get onto the field and make a play like that is just amazing for the Rams. And it's exactly what they needed.
Yep.
Just being able to bring a guy down, like with a 2nd string player, knocking him down. Great player, great play.
Yep, that pass was intended for Joe Saban. Foul falling complete. Bring up a 4th and 7. Field goal unit is out for St. Joe's. That brings up kicker Logan Spolstra to take from 41 yards.
This is something we saw in warm-ups. We saw him. This is definitely his range, and I think if he gets a good kick and it hits the right foot and the hold and everything works out great, the Cadets could have 3.
Crowd is getting insanely loud here. Spolstra with the kick. It is blocked at the line. Ball is still free. The Rams special teams coming up big again, forcing the block kick.
Blocked by number 9, Brendan Hagan shaking his finger. That's exactly what the Rams needed. Boosting themselves up. I think the hold might have been fumbled there. Very tough for the Rams to be able to come up with that.
Saw the holder was visibly upset after that play. Couldn't get proper hold on that. Forces the block. New Canaan special teams, if they want to win this game, it does start there. You know, you have the offense, defense. Everyone forgets about special teams. That's a big-time play.
And that's a tough kick. It didn't look like it was coming off with the right trajectory. Must have been botched with the hold. You saw number 42 for the Cadets, Logan Spolstra, laying on the ground there.
Yep. Ty Groff in the offense. So you got Telesco and Reed in the backfield. Let's see what we got here. 1st and 10 on the 31. Groff is going to hand it off to Luke Reed. Reed will get a gain of about 5-6 there.
And Luke Reed is such a power back, and he's 2nd in the team for total touchdowns. He's an amazing player. He runs a lot of the New Canaan's jumbo set. Total touchdowns, I believe, is 8 this year. Sorry, 7 total touchdowns this year. 2nd to only Hunter Telesco with 11.
Yeah.
And Reed's just the get-it-through player. You're on the goal line. You're in the red zone. He's the player who's going to get you the next 5 yards.
Exactly. Good gain of 4 there for the Rams. 2nd and 6. Telesco motioning left. Groff. Swing pass. It's Reed. Reed is going to, looks like he's just short of the 1st down. So I'll bring up about third and short there for the Rams.
And once again about Luke Reed, he's a very, very talented player, especially in those short yardage scenarios. You see his yards after contact. He might have gotten 3, 4, or 5, and I think that's something that, here come the Rams with the jumbo set.
Oh, here we go. Big guys are coming in, 3rd and 2. You got to expect a run here if you're St. Joe's. Alex Russell coming in.
And Luke Reed limping off the field. Typically you see Reed in the jumbo set here. Looks like Rusty will be running a play out of it.
Yep, it will be Rusty in the backfield. He is very mobile. He's a mobile quarterback, obviously a sophomore. Let's see. We'll get a QB power here. It is a QB power. Rusty, he's not going to get the 1st down. Great play by the Cadets D.
And I think here's the sacrifice that you give up when you run the same formation and really the same play out of that one formation. The jumbo set, it's great for those 1-yard scenarios. But I think in a sense of 2 or 3 yards, the Cadets do exactly what the Rams were going to be doing. They found the right gap, and they were able to stop that run early on for a loss of 1 yard.
4th and 3 on the 38. Rams obviously not going to go for it, obviously in their own territory, so Ty Groff will boot it away to Brandon Hutchison.
Cadets with a late substitution.
Defensive battle, that's what most people expected for this game, so we'll see if that will continue for the rest of the first half.
Cadets very eager to break through this Rams line.
Groff gets the punt off. It's going to fall short and hits a New Canaan player. They're going to let that fall at about the 36-yard line.
Charlie O'Connor coming up with that ball there, just making sure that the ball didn't hit number 40, who I believe is Ryan Barnard there. That's a safety play.
Yeah.
And it's really one of those things that making a mistake of the ball hitting a player and then a cadet player picks it up and the ref saw something else as maybe the other ref or another player.
Right.
That's just a smart play by Charlie by securing the football and making sure that ball was down.
Yep.
Cadets
back on offense here. We'll see if they can get a drive going. Obviously, block kick on the last one, but that was a good drive for them.
Yeah.
Long drive, too, so see if that'll happen again. Singlewald, Jordan to his left. We got 4 receivers set here. Singlewald takes the snap, hands it off to Riley Jordan. Jordan finds a hole to the left. Solid pick of about 5 yards right there, bringing up 2nd down and 5.
And I think one of the players for both of these teams that we can compare to each other will be Hunter Telesco and then Riley Jordan. I think both of them are the same build. They have the same speed, and they're able to find the right gap. And I think there the Rams defense, after giving up 5, was able to come down with him. And once again, it's a yards after carry kind of guy. He's able to power through that first hit and take 2 or 3 Rams down with him.
Singlewald in the gun, Jordan to his left, 3 receivers to his right. Singlewald is going to hand it off to Jordan. Jordan, great play by that Rams interior defensive line there.
And once again, a few Rams linemen with hands on it, but Matt Salmini coming down with the big hit and making sure there was no forward progress.
As the game goes on, I would expect the Cadets to maybe start running the ball more outside of the tackles because clearly this inside running is not getting them nowhere.
And Ryan, I think that's something we anticipated early on here, and I think we called it. We knew the Rams were going to be able to shut down those inside gaps, that ABC gap on the inside.
Yep.
Maybe the Cadets looking for something a little more on the outside, maybe a D or E gap run or a pitch or a swing or whatever they got in their back pocket.
Yep. 3rd and 5 on the 40. Big play here. Can St. Joe's keep the drive alive. Singlewald takes a snap, dropping back, deep drop. That pressure gets in there, and it's picked off. What a play! Matt Salmini! Salmini! Touchdown Rams! A pick 6 to really emphasize that New Canaan defense.
And I think Matt Salmini took what I said earlier quite literally when I said he wasn't making that 99-yard pick 6. He just made one that could have gone 99 yards, and I think depending on that positioning, he would have gone all the way. That was an amazing play by Matthew Salmini.
Take a look at the replay, the one-handed catch. And basically almost that running back ability, knowing when to cut, knowing where to cut, finding the end zone.
And there was nobody that was stopping him. You saw Riley Jordan in the background there, wasn't able to catch him. That was an amazing play by Matthew Salmini, who's having a great night tonight. A ton of tackles, and there's one of those shocker plays that really changes the momentum of the football game.
I mean, that pressure, Singlewald had to have an insane drop back. Salmini was able to find out that screen and get the pick 6. Crowd was going crazy here. The gray out in the student section tonight. That crowd on their feet. Extra point will be taken here, and we have something going on in the field here.
Looks like it might have been a timeout for the Cadets.
Yeah, probably just to get everyone settled, after the pick 6. Probably shaking Singlewald's, memo, tempo there, but we'll see.
Right, but Ryan, is that a timeout that was a smart call for the Cadets? And I think they get a chance to speak to their players after this kick.
Yeah.
Icing a kicker like Ty Groff off of just a field goal on an extra point PAT is really not worth the timeout, especially with 7 minutes left in that half.
Exactly.
We've seen drives today, and it's taken a lot of time to move the ball down the field.
Surely.
And I think the Cadets might use that entire 7 minutes, which means they'll need as many timeouts as they can get.
The logical thought would be save all 3 of your timeouts for under 2 minutes if you're trying to do a 2-minute drive. So interesting call there. So Groff will be setting up for the PAT.
Replay here. Riley Jordan's run being shut down.
Rams run defense, obviously story. They're looking spectacular as Groff getting set for the PAT. He's normally Mr. Automatic. Hopefully I don't jinx him right here. Well, no jinx. Mr. Automatic continues the streak.
And well said. I've said this once again, and I'll say it again. It's really annoying playing with Ty Groff because he kicks that ball so far into the woods that somebody's got to go and get it, right? I mean, this is the guy who's punting.
Yeah.
He's kicking. He's the quarterback. He's doing everything. And just having that guy on your team, and especially such a great leader and such a great captain, is a huge asset for the Rams.
He's the type of guy, by next year, maybe we'll see him playing on Saturday afternoons in some big conferences.
And you're 100% right about that. He's a record-breaking kicker for New Canaan. He's a guy who's kicking 50-yard field goals in a game. A lot of NFL kickers, right? A lot of NFL kickers are on the same caliber as him, and he's in high school.
Exactly. So 7-0 for New Canaan. Story for both teams really has been the defense. Groff will look to boot it away. We'll see about 7:42 left before halftime. We have Hutchison, and I believe also Riley Jordan is back there, both of them.
New Canaan Rams all-time 11-6 record versus the Cadets.
Looking to make it 12-6 tonight, and they're looking to have a big boot here from Groff. That is going to Hutchison. He'll grab it inside the 5. Hutchison cutting it to his right. Shut down by the Rams around the 20-yard line. Again, great special teams. Oh, flag is down there.
Number 31, Connor Mazza for the Rams. Second big play of him tonight, being able to shut that down.
We'll see the flag. Refs are meeting with each other. I'm not sure if they're calling a hold or a late hit out of bounds. Try and see here on the replay.
Watch the replay here. Ball goes to number 1, Brandon Hutchinson, at about the 4. He was able to carry upfield and create some yardage out of this before he's taken down by number 31 for the Rams.
I believe they might have called the late hit out of bounds because they're moving that ball up. Helmet to helmet is the call. Okay. I was on the sideline.
Right, and I think that's something that the Rams look to do, especially why you might see a late hit call, is because the Rams will swarm the ball. And there is never just one guy having a tackle. There's always 2 or 3 right behind him in case it's missed, in case he's hanging onto the guy. And I think that's something that makes it possible to play with a player with one hand, really, is you're able to have so much confidence in him and the other guys on the field.
Exactly. Riley Jordan getting a nice gain of around 10 there. So, again, that runoff is starting to run off tackle, like we've been saying that they should. So, there's a sign for the Cadets.
I think the Cadets are starting to dissect this Rams defense. They have a tent. They're watching film in between each drive and really just thinking of how can we come out with more energy and move the ball downfield.
2nd and 4, ball on the 41-yard line of the Cadets here. See if I'd expect another run, but you never know if they're going to try and switch it up, go for a pass. Singewald. It is a handoff to Riley Jordan. Jordan, he's got the first down. He's across the 50-yard line there. Good run again, off tackle.
Right, and 1st and more for Riley Jordan, and that's something that we'll see with his rushing yard statistics. And 115 yards per game is better than the Rams' top running back. And then the Cadets also have that passing game. So I think the Cadets are really a team that are able to dissect the defense and move the ball downfield, getting a lot of first downs.
1st and 10 on the Rams 49, so we are across the 50-yard line here for the 2nd time tonight. Singewald, 2 backs. Singewald, it is a handoff. That is to number 6, Keenan Frazek. Frazek, big hit on the sideline, only going to pick up about a yard or 2.
Looks to be Charlie O'Connor who came down with the grab there, and then another teammate swarms in and makes the rest of the tackle.
We'll see, obviously across the 50. Rams, they were here last drive, obviously forced the block kick. So we'll see if they can get a good stop there again. So that will bring up a 2nd and 9 on the 48. Again, 2 backs, next to Singewald. Hutchison move into the slot. See if they're going to target him here and possibly over the middle.
2nd and 9, you have the flexibility to make those passing plays, and a lot of teams might choose the run.
Yep. Let's see, Singewald takes a snap. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw it. Great defense. That is incomplete. Number 9, Brendan Hagan, forcing the incomplete pass.
Brendan Hagan's an amazing pass defender. He's able to get up in front of the guy's face and just take down that wide receiver and knock that ball away.
Especially for the injured Tucker Milligan. Obviously, that next guy up mentality. Great play on the sideline there.
Right, and I mean, he's a guy who's in most of the game, Brendan Hagan, and we've seen him return punts. We've seen him do a lot of different things this season, and it's really exciting to make a great play like that at such a crucial down, making it 3rd and 9 for the Cadets. I think this is when the Cadets come out with the ball.
Yeah.
In the air, looking at Hutchinson.
Yeah. Gotta obviously watch Hutchinson. It is Brendan Hagan is manning up on him. There we go, Singewald. He's gonna drop back, chucking it deep. No receiver in the air. That's gonna be an incomplete pass. Maybe some miscommunication on the routes between Hutchinson and number 15, Mickey Covino.
Number 20, Andrew Nolan, looked a bit confused there, rightfully so, as the ball was thrown to no receiver downfield. Cadets had, I believe it was Hutchinson downfield, but the ball was not in that general area.
So, I believe we have a third.
Charlie O'Connor checking out here for Owen Lyden, and I think this is something that a lot of the players are able to do, is just back their teammates up, and there's always another guy who's fresh and ready to go in, especially at that linebacker position when the Rams have 4 to 5 guys.
There was a flag called on that play. I guess we were not notified of that. Must have been a holding in the downfield. So that brings up a 1st and 10 for St. Joe's. Handoff, Riley Jordan. Jordan, that's a good gain right there. Bring up a 1st down, 10-yard gain. Now they're starting to pick it up. Now those yards starting to increase for St. Joe's.
Right, and this is what the Cadets have been looking for. 5, 10-yard gains. It's great momentum. That's how you move the ball downfield, and that's how you put points on the board. I think 5 minutes left in the half here. The Cadets really want to tie this game up and potentially get a lead and see what their defense can do.
So 2nd and 2. Again, you got Jordan and Frazak in the backfield. Singewald. See if we got another run here. There's a snap. Riley Jordan stuff will not get the 1st down. Maybe forward progress will get him back to the line of scrimmage, but interior defense of the Rams making another play. Once
again, what we spoke about earlier, 5 or 6 Rams were on that tackle. Not just 1, but 5 or 6, and especially on a read option play like that, where you could have bit to the quarterback, and I think that's what might have given the Rams, what might have given up that run earlier in the game.
Right.
When the quarterback was able to take, Sinjwal was able to take that read option for good 15 yards. I think the Rams swarmed the ball, and I think when they're able to read where it's going, it works out great.
Exactly. We're hitting the 4-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 3rd and 3. Singewald in the gun. Looks like Jordan to his right here. We'll see if we're going run or going pass. A little motion. There's a drop back. Singewald, again, great pressure. Singewald, he's going to try to run. He will have the 1st down. Walker Blair does make the hit with the 1 club arm, but that is enough for a 1st down. It's a good run by Will Singewald.
Walker Blair with the 1-arm tackle. Something very impressive.
Yeah.
Especially with the St. Joe's players running at full speed.
So that was enough for a 1st down there. So St. Joe's, they're now starting to get their mojo together. It's a good run there.
And right here, tackle by Walker Blair. He's just an amazing player. And what he's able to do with 1 arm under circumstances like this, he was in the operating room getting surgery just 2 days ago.
Exactly.
And now he's on the field playing a Friday night football game. That's just remarkable.
Amazing dedication right there. Bringing up a 1st and 10. Handoff, Riley Jordan puts his shoulder down. He's going to get a gain of a few right there. So sticking to the run game here. Obviously, they've hit the red zone. So at this point, now you're looking to score a touchdown. This is, it's basically touchdown or bust here. Field goal is going to get you points, but,
Right, and 3 minutes left on the clock. I think they have an opportunity to do so. Brought down by number 2, A.J. Bell.
So 2nd and 7. Offense talking to the backfield, getting their play together. Looks like the Rams defense already set, knowing the play.
I think we'll see some Ram aggression here. I think they're going to go with an outside linebacker blitz on that right edge. Maybe Jack Boutine coming around. Just trying to disrupt the play because I think the Cadets haven't been able to do much under pressure.
Yeah.
And the Rams want to take that and shove it down their throats.
So that brings up a 2nd and 7. Oh, bad snap, but the whistles did blow. Did we get a timeout called by St. Joe's? We did. So that's number 2 of the half. So now they only have 1 left with 2:37 left to go. Not looking good there for St. Joe's regarding their timeout situation.
Right, and you saw the St. Joe's coach. He was fast onto the field, and they're looking to get as much time in this timeout and use that to the best of their advantage. They definitely need to settle down and stop working so fast. They're trying to move the ball down the field, but I think they're in a great position where they no longer have to rush. Right, they have 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Unfortunately, now only 1 timeout. But it's 2nd and 7, and 2nd and 7 is a down you can really create momentum with. And just passing the ball, running the ball, all you need is 5 yards, right? All you need is 5 yards, and especially with this positioning and that field goal kicking ability, I don't think the Cadets have much to worry about.
As you take a look, the graphic, offensive yards, Canaan only 33, obviously having the pick 6 from Matt Salamini. But St. Joe's, 102 yards, yet to score, but they're having a great drive right here. That'll bring up a 2nd and 7 here for the Cadets. As you said, Gray, this could be a big momentum play here. We'll see. Crowd getting loud here. On the 16. Great momentum from the Cadets here. Singewald again with that 2-back formation. Let's see, Singewald, he's gonna drop back. He's gonna look, he's firing in zone, too tall for Hutchison. If that's maybe an inch lower, possibly could have had a touchdown there. But again, that's great coverage by New Canaan. Forcing the 3rd down at the 16-yard line.
Right, and I think targeting a receiver coming across the middle of the field, Hutchinson, like that, it's a very aggressive play, and I think that quarterback decision by Singewald is a very advanced play. It's something Tom Brady was doing, right? Last night against the Ravens. You see that wide receiver. It's your primary route. He's the only guy you know you can throw the ball to, and instead of putting that on him, risking the interception, you throw it a few high.
Exactly. 3rd and 7. Crowd on their feet here. Singewald, you got to expect the pass here, right? Let's see. It is a pass. Singewald dropping back. Has it all day. Sticking to the run. Singewald's going to run. Forced out of bounds. Don't believe he got the 7 needed.
And Ryan, it could have been enough. Looks like they're going to mark him just short.
So 4th and 2, you got to go for it.
Expecting the fullback dive.
Yeah. I would say maybe I'd watch a motion for Riley Jordan here. Quick handoff. Give it to the powerful back. He's been doing it all year. Not tonight, but this is the spark that the Cadets may need. 4th and 2.
4th and 2.
Oh, wow,
expecting the Cadets to go for
field
it.
Field goal unit is out.
Unit is out.
That is Logan Spolstra is going to take the kick from about 27 yards. Should be a chip shot, but the Rams have already blocked one, so possibly number 2. Trying to get in Spolstra's head is the crowd. Spolstra from 27, and the kick is good. Make it 7-3. So St. Joe's is on the board with some points.
Right, and Ryan, I'd argue that was not the right decision. And I think that's coaching discretion. And, you know, having a veteran coach, I trust that he made the right decision for his team.
Yeah.
But if I was in that situation, I think I might have taken the gamble on that 2 yards.
Exactly.
I think you have an amazing running back, and it's really, really something you have to capitalize on. You have to use that running back. Running back that averages 115 yards per game, you got to use him. You got to use him, and especially for a 2-yard gain. In such a crucial aspect of the game, you have 2 minutes left of the half.
Exactly.
And a touchdown really would have been big for the Cadets.
I mean, I understand they wanted the points, but at that position, at the 16-yard line, I feel like, come on, you got to go for it there. Groff. We'll see here. This is kicking him in his back. Brendan Hagan will be back to take the kick along with Griffin Gettner. Spolstra just nailed the 27-yard field goal. We'll kick it deep for the Cadets. We'll see. As we predicted, defensive game here, 7-3, only 10 combined points, but 2-16 for the Rams, so they'll definitely be looking to score some points here. So we shall see. I mean, the Rams are doing a great job of shutting down Riley Joseph. He's not getting as many yards as he should be.
Right. Right, and I think that's what the Rams' goal has been for this game, is really to shut down those stat players, as we spoke with Marinelli before.
Yeah.
And just being able to shut down the top 2 guys is such a big part of this, because then those next guys up haven't had that same game experience. They don't have the same accolades. They don't get the same yardage per game, and that's how the Rams win.
Exactly. Spolstra to boot it deep. We'll see more of a squib almost. That's going to fall to number 40, Ryan Barnard. Barnard, good return. Will get it past the 35 to about the 36, 37-yard line. Not sure. Silvestri is livid on the sidelines. Not sure about what, but not sure if that was a planned squib kick or maybe just didn't get the proper hit on it. But the Rams are starting across the 35.
And let me talk about Ryan Barnard here. That was an amazing play by him. He's able to recognize that the kick was not going up in the air. He made that grab that not a lot of guys are going to be able to make. And a lot of times that'll just slip through the player's hand, especially at this level.
Yeah.
And being able to catch it and make a great play out of it, getting 10, 15 yards, is really big for the Rams, especially in this short time scenario.
Exactly. So puts up 2:10 on the clock. 7-3. Groff. So Rams are looking for points. If they can make it 14-3, that's a big momentum shift there. So we'll see. Looks like we have Groff in the gun with Telesco to his left. 3 wide receiver set. Groff, take it, hand off. Telesco will get a gain of about 2-3 yards there. Bring up a 2nd down 7.
And I think what the Rams might be trying to do here is just run the clock out. And there's not a lot of time left on the clock. They might throw one Hail Mary at the end of the quarter, right? They just want to run the clock out, get to the locker room. They're up. They have momentum. Maybe a field goal.
Yep.
And just see what they can create after the half.
Telesco, and the ball is on the ground. St. Joe's has recovered. That is number 12, Ryan DeMarco. He's been making plays today. Ball on the ground. St. Joe's recovers in great field position.
And that's a great play by the Cadets right there. Stripping the ball out from that running back, and just that's great field positioning, especially with the time left on the clock. They might be able to get the touchdown they were looking for.
Yeah. So ball is across the 50. They're going to spot that at about the, looks like the 44-yard line there. Telesco, normally good with the ball security, but as you see the replay.
It looks like it was popped out by a helmet. Telesco not helping with himself.
Yeah.
And I think Telesco is as a player with great ball security, and he doesn't fumble often. And typically, he's getting swarmed by 3 or 4 guys.
Exactly.
And being able to hold onto the ball is not as easy as a lot of people might think.
So Will Singlewald and the St. Joe offense got it back. There's a handoff. Joseph, Riley Jordan. Gain of a few there. We'll see, we got minute 30 on the clock winding down. Obviously, only 1 timeout, remember, for St. Joe's. So that's come back to bite him here, only having 1 timeout. Can't have as much fun with the clock as you would with 3 timeouts.
And Matt Salmini with the big hit there. You can see how he's able to grab on to that running back and pull him down in whichever direction Matt Salmini chooses. You go where he goes.
Exactly. 2nd and 7, quick snap. Rolling right is Singawald. He's going to throw it. That is complete. That was, let's see here, number 50. It's Mickey Covino. It's a good gain there. Haven't targeted him as much tonight, but there's a good gain, picking up a 1st down for St. Joe's.
Covino's definitely a threat to this offense. He averages 50 receiving yards per game, which is more than twice what the top Rams wide receiver does. And I think the Cadets being able to air out the ball, especially in situations like this, drive down the ball down the field.
He's going to roll to his left. He's going to target that sideline. That's a catch. That is number 14, Sean Curley. So now they're targeting all the receivers here.
Here's where the Cadets are doing what they're doing in practice is really paying off. They're a team that throws the ball down the field, and right now in this short time scenario, that's exactly what they need.
Exactly. I mean, the Rams look a little bit caught off the surprise, especially coming off the fumble. The defense couldn't get as long as a break as they would have hoped for. Now they're back on the field here.
And getting long yardage quickly is not an easy task.
Exactly, but as we look, time is running down. About 32 seconds. Ball on the 16. Singawald rolling right. Another pass. He's looking. That's batted down.
Number 44, Charlie O'Connor.
Big play. He's been having some great plays tonight.
Right, and he's brought down a few great tackles. And just a play like that stopped the play clock, but at the same time, it was such a big play for those Rams. Being able to stop them down and reset, give the Rams a second to regroup, and let their defense do their thing.
Exactly. That will bring up a 2nd and 10 on the 16. 27 seconds remain. So see, here, only thing is, again, with that 1 timeout, you're looking for the end zone. If you can't, field goal, that will salvage 3, but obviously you want the 6, 7 points right here. offense is coming out for the Cadets here.
Rams defense looking to put some pressure on the ball.
Singewald, he's got Jordan to his right. We'll see if Hutchison will get a catch on this drive. He's not had one yet. Rolling right is Singewald. He's looking to throw it. That pass is complete. That is number 15, Mickey Covino. It's the second of the drive.
And stopped by number 20, Andrew Nolan. Great play by him, stopping that out route. And this is where that timeout from before and earlier in the game might come to hurt the Cadets. You know, having to use their last one right there with 19 seconds left on the clock is not ideal. And especially with 10 yards, they're in the red zone. Looks like it is a first down.
Third and 4.
Third and four. Sorry, the play marker is wrong on the field.
So ball is at the 10. We've hit the 10-yard line here. Inside the 10. Third and 4. I don't know. Are we going to get a handoff to Jordan? Maybe a pass to Hutchinson. He's more of a red zone receiver with his height. So we'll see.
Ryan, with the time left on the clock and it being third down,
I
think the Cadets are looking for a simple out route, maybe a slant, something to get out of bounds, or something to just to stop the clock, maybe get that first down. I don't think they're going to look for that touchdown ball here.
I would see maybe a slant out route. You know, outside if you're running the slant, guy in the slot runs that out. They're looking really for only about 5 yards. If they can get that first and goal from the 5, they'd be probably around 15 seconds. Then maybe you can take your fade route shot to the end zone.
See Hutchinson here in the back of the huddle.
Long time out here. They're clearly drawing up a play here. They know what they want. And assuming they get the first down, they have the play for all of it.
And I think the Cadets have been setting up the next few plays, right? You don't set up the next play.
Exactly.
Because there is no stop and there is no time to create a play call. So I think they just set up the next 3 or 4 plays for this drive, and hopefully they'll be able to make something out of it.
Yep. Third and 4. New Canaan crowd hoping for a stop here. Singewald, Jordan to his right. Big play. Singewald, let's see. Are they going to target? No, they're going to target. Just throws it out of bounds. Wanted that little curl route there. Couldn't get it. That's going to bring up a field goal. We would assume a field goal here.
And here's where what we talked about earlier with this Rams defense creating so much pressure is really, really important.
So, believe Logan Spolstra will come out to take. This is from about 27. So he's hit from 27, 28. Easy chip shot field goals here. Again, there is the block tonight, though.
And a lot of attempts for the Cadets. That's the third of the night.
13.9 here. Spolstra. See if the Ram pressure can get to him, but it should be an easy shot here for the kicker. From 27, Spolstra, high snap. Spolstra gets it down. It is good. 7-6, 9 seconds. I'd assume the Rams, to get it, they're just going to take a knee. So it will be a 1-point game heading into halftime. Close, as most of us expected.
And I think the Rams they're in a great position. And I think their ability to just be up 1 point going into that second half, and the endurance that their defense has and the endurance that their offense has to just create consistent plays is really something that we'll be looking at.
Exactly. So we'll see. Maybe this time they're going to go for the squib kick, try and just let that clock run out. So, first half, obviously, the story has been the defense. Matt Salmini, he's having an outstanding game. Obviously, with his one-handed pick 6 that got the crowd and everyone here at Dunning on their feet. So, we got Gettner and Hagen back. I don't know if it's going to get to them, though. We'll see. Spolstra coming out with the special teams unit to try and boot it deep.
And Ryan, what do you think the kickoff coach, Chris Silvestri, is going to be telling his players right now for the Rams?
I would say, honestly, I would take it easy. Maybe get down. I don't know if you want to risk a hit, possibly a fumble. We obviously have seen a fumble tonight from the Rams, so.
Looks like an onside kick here
for
the Cadets.
Yes, that is. Let's see.
Well, we'll see what they do. Ball on the left hash.
Yep.
Not typically where the kicker is going to line up his kick.
So, Rams got to be ready here, though. See.
New Canaan players up front, unsure of what's going on.
Spolstra looks like he'll boot it deep with the movements he's doing, but we'll see. 9 seconds left on the clock. Here's Spolstra. He will. Little pooch kick to the sideline. Is that going to roll out? That would be a penalty. Oh, it is picked up. I don't know if you want to. I don't know. That might not have been the best decision to pick that up. If that ball rolls out of bounds, you do get a penalty there.
Well, let me tell you what the Cadets were looking for here. It was a very well thought out play. They're making the Rams pinch over towards the ball on that on the Cadets' left hash.
Yeah.
And they were just going to boot that ball with a little lollipop right over all of the Rams defenders' heads. And what they were looking for is they had their fastest players on that right side, on the far hash, running up the field, and it's really a foot race to the ball at that point. And the Rams were just there. You saw number 42, Thomas Garcia, knew what the Cadets were doing. He read the situation very well, and he was able to stop that ball.
He was able to close the ball off. Of course, you think maybe if that does get out, you get the ball at the 40, but, you know, it is what it is. So New Canaan, they'll just take a knee as Groff kneels it, no fumble.
And that'll be the second half here, or that'll be the first half, ending in the first half here at Dunning Stadium. Both teams headed back to their locker rooms.
Yep. Great first half, but for more on that, we're heading down to Danielle on the sidelines. Danielle?
We knew that this game was going to be a tough one coming into it, and it has been just that. St. Joe's has been leading the game in almost every aspect, including offensive yards, possession time, rushing yards, and completions. But they're not leading in the score after Matt Salmini, middle linebacker, intercepted the ball one-handed and took it into the Rams' end zone for a pick 6. After 2 made field goals by the Cadets, the Rams lead that going into halftime 7-6. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. Here at NCTV, we're going to close you down here for the second half. We'll be back just before the start of the second half with some more news about the game.
This game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club, Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler of Family Dentistry, the dental office for our entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni, Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, who have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist with all of your automotive needs. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Walter Storts. Walter Storts Market has supported NC Rams athletics and the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Storts is your fresh local market. We would like to thank our gold sponsor, Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commissioned residential and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal and constructed with intention and integrity. We'd like to thank our gold sponsor, Frangione Engineering. Planning on putting in a pool or an addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Well, Frangione Engineering can help you find a solution. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Performance Optimal Health, who proudly supports all New Canaan Rams athletes in their 2022-2023 seasons. Their team helps clients achieve their health goals through exercise, recovery, nutrition, and stress management. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. We would like to thank our gold sponsor, Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company serving all of Fairfield County. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics.
Welcome
and we're
back.
back. New Canaan Rams versus the St. Joseph Cadets. Back with a little halftime report. 3 minutes until the half starting. Just to go over some key players here for that Rams defense. Number 4, Matthew Salmini, who's having an amazing game. A huge pick six, one-handed grab, as we saw in the replay before. Matthew Salmini making a great impact running the ball for those Rams.
You can see some FCX scores around the league. Fairfield Prep up 6-0 over Shelton, I believe. And there are a few others. We can get that back up rolling. But until then, I mean, first half analysis, defensive battle. Obviously 7-6, the pick six. The Cadets with their 2 field goals, a blocked field goal as well. So defensive, we'll see if that will continue in the second half.
Right, and I think the key thing for the Rams right now is just creating some offense. I think that's something we talked about earlier. The Rams haven't sparked yet, and they haven't started to create offense. Right now, they're relying heavily on their defense with that 1 touchdown. Once again, that defensive team for the Rams scoring a ton of points.
Exactly.
And St. Joe's has 141 total yards this game. The Rams only have 40, yet the score is 7-6, right?
Yeah.
And so that's when you break it down and you say, okay, well, what's the difference? And the difference is the Rams' defense.
Exactly. Along with the defense, the special teams, too, with the blocked field goal. And they're forcing big hits on the kick returns, punt returns, kind of getting in St. Joe's players' heads.
And the Rams have that clear edge defensively. That St. Joe's defense, while strong, I think it's more of the Rams' offense who just hasn't found the rhythm.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that they're going to start to create here in the halftime, in the locker room. We've seen a lot in a lot of Rams games where this has happened. They've really picked it up in the second half and started to score.
All right, our highlights will be coming up here. This is our play. This was Singewald throwing it over Riley Jordan.
First hit took Tucker Milligan out of the game, key player for the New Canaan Rams.
Yep. Singewald, here was the block kick. Oh, it was a slip by the kicker. So that was the main reason. Here was the big play, the one-handed pick six by Salmini.
And I think this is really the turning point of the game for the Rams, having Matt Salmini being able to make that big play and put them on the board. Without that right now, it might be 6-0.
Exactly.
New Canaan Rams headed out onto the field after a big halftime.
Yep. Crowd on their feet for the emergence of New Canaan here. See a couple more highlights here. A lot of Riley Jordan running plays here.
Right, and I think some key players for this St. John's team to watch is the kicker, number 42, Spolstra. And I think even though he had that tough play on the slip, the field might be a little wet and he wasn't into the groove. But he's made 2 important field goals so far.
Yeah.
And that's something that you just can't overlook. 2 field goals is very tough for a kicker. I think New Canaan has a great kicker who can do that. They just haven't gotten him in the position to be able to put the ball in the air. Another big player for the Cadets is number 33, who we've all seen running the ball this game, Riley Jordan. He's an amazing player, senior. He's averaged a ton of yards this year, 115 to be exact per game, it's quite impressive. It's got to be leading the state in some sort of rushing category. And a player like that in a game like this is so important. And with this Rams defense blocking the run game so well, I think Jordan really needs to step up his performance and get through that first hit and being able to break through those 3 or 4 Rams to find open field.
Yeah, and also it's a great testament to the Rams cornerbacks today, obviously losing Milligan, but they're doing a great job on Brandon Hutchinson. I mean, he's been limited to only a few catches, not too many yards. That's St. Joseph's guy. If they can get Hutchinson going, they're going to have a big game. So far, Rams defensive backs are holding them down.
And another player who's had a great performance is Charlie O'Connor. He's had a great play taking down those guys and bringing them down, and that big tip, which kind of ended that last Cadets drive, which led to a field goal.
Yeah. So New Canaan will be back to receive the kick from Spolstra and then the Cadets special teams. Will be
Here we go, Rams kickoff team very excited to get in the field here.
Gettner and Hagen will be back as that dual partnership to return the kick.
Now, Ryan, what do you think the Cadets have to do to pick up their performance here? I think offensively they've found their rhythm. They're pushing the ball down the field. But it's not just the red zone. It's that last 25 yards that they haven't found their groove to capitalize to.
And I mean, it's not about their defense. Their defense is playing spectacular tonight. Obviously, the pick six, they've allowed 0 points, that defense. It's a matter of that offense. I think the passing game is what has to get going for the Cadets. I would say if that offense and if Will Singewald can get that passing game going, then expect a better second half for the Cadets.
Cadets very slow to take the field here. Once again, using their time very wisely.
Yep.
They have no rush to get onto this
Yeah.
field here. They have no rush to get out of their timeout huddles.
Yeah, unlike the first half with those timeout calls.
Right, and I think that's one of those things that comes with veteran coaching.
Yeah.
And taking everything you're given into a game and making the most of it, especially in a close game like this. This is really their second true challenge of the season. Here they are taking the field.
So the St. Joe's special teams unit will come out. It will be Logan Spolstra to boot it deep to either Gettner or Hagen.
Right, either Gettner or Hagen. It could be anyone on this team, right, as we've
That's
seen
true.
today. See Ryan Barnard up here on the left.
Exactly. So we'll see. Coming out of halftime, I would expect the big boot down, try and pin him down, but who knows? We've seen a squib today, so who knows if we'll get another here.
A lot of strong blockers for the Rams up front here.
Yeah. Ball on the left hash here for Spolstra.
Once again, Spolstra with the interesting kickoff strategies. Not a lot of kickers are going to put that ball that far in that hash.
Yeah. Normally, you got guys pinning it in the middle, but he likes it from the left hash, so we'll see how this kick fares. Again, as you can see, the offensive yards, New Canaan 40, St. Joe's 141.
Same setup as before. I believe we could see the ball shot in Garcia's direction.
We'll see here, Spolstra getting ready. Buchanan crowd on their feet, getting hyped. Spolstra boots it away. We're here for the second half, and it is the squib. That's going to fall to Andrew Nolan. I'm not sure about that. Tried a little pooch kick to the sideline. I don't know if they tried to aim that out of bounds, but Nolan was able to get the recovery.
Let me tell you, one of the smartest guys on the field, Andrew Nolan, making that heads-up play and recognizing that the ball's going to come his direction. It's going to come in the air. It's going to be a slow ball. And just to get down, because that's something that a lot of players in that situation they might be putting themselves in danger, right? You catch a ball, a lollipop ball out of the air, you could have 3 cadets, hit sticking you in the next moment, and making that play of just coming down with the ball and giving the Rams great positioning without a fumble is exactly what they were looking for.
We have Groff in the gun with Telesco to his right. 4 receivers set here. We'll see. I'd assume a run first play to start to set the offense for the second half. See. Motion. Groff will take the snap. It'll be a quarterback keeper. Groff will pick up some solid yards there. Gain of about 7. It's a good gain there.
That's a testament to Groff's running ability, which the Rams haven't showcased yet. I think it's something they showcased in previous games with Alex Russi. Ty Groff and Russi are just great running quarterbacks, and especially Ty Groff here back healthy. He can handle the football with his wrist. I'm excited to see what he's able to do.
Groff, it is the screen out. Oh, too high for Michael Smith. Try to get that little pop-out wide receiver screen there, but was unable to hit it.
Slightly overthrown to sophomore receiver Michael Smith.
Bring up a 3rd and 4 on the New Canaan 42. We'll see if we're going to go maybe more short pass, screen, possibly another option.
Yeah, and Ryan, what steps do you think the Rams need to take right now to change the direction of this game?
I'd just say target more receivers downfield in that 10 to 15-yard area, just because these short passes, sure, they're going to get you 3, 4, 5 yards, but that's not enough. As Groff will throw, and it's picked off. Ty Groff has thrown a pick. That is number 2, Connor Fahey. Fahey's going to return it all the way. Oh, and just pushed out inside the 3-yard line. Unbelievable. The New Canaan crowd is silent.
Great play there by number 2, Connor Fahey, intercepting that ball. The sophomore free safety coming in at 5'9", 150. That was a great return by him, breaking through a lot of Rams there. Hunter Telesco running down to chase him down at about the 1.
Correction, they did. Let's see. Was that ruled a touchdown? Let's take another look here. Looks a little RPO. Might have been tipped at the line there. Fahey gets it back. We'll see if he got in here.
The ball will be placed on the 1. It is ruled not a touchdown.
Okay, so 1st and goal from the 1. This is prime position for St. Joe's to punch it in here. Singewald.
We're anticipating a handoff right here to Riley Jordan.
It is the handoff to Jordan. Jordan, did he get in? No. It's going to be marked short. Tried to leap over the line. Couldn't get
Right, a
enough steam.
plethora of Rams defenders anticipating that jump, and Charlie O'Connor actually came down from the backside and kind of pulled him back and stopped that momentum.
Walker Blair coming off the field right there, so that brings up a 2nd and goal.
You can see on the replay here.
Yeah.
Looks like number 19 on the Rams got a big piece of that, Ryan Calianis.
Yep. 2nd and goal from the 1 here. Can the Cadets punch it in? Singewald in the gun. Let's see, handoff, Riley Jordan. It looks like he was in. Wow, no, great stuff by the Rams defense.
Swarm tackle there. You see Matthew Salmini leading the pack. That's just something we talked about all day today, is the Rams coming in with not just one guy on a tackle, but 2, 3, 4, and even 5 guys.
Yeah.
And that's how you make a difference in this game, is multiple guys shutting down that running back.
Yeah, as we look at the replay here. Wow, yeah, great push by the Rams interior defensive line. I mean, so many guys are able to get into that gang tackle right there.
And you got big, strong linebackers like Jack Boutine, really able to push an entire pile of guys and just change the direction of the ball.
Yep. 3rd and goal. It's another handoff to Jordan. This time, he's in. It is a touchdown for St. Joe's. Riley Jordan, his first of the night, and the first for St. Joe's of the night. And Gray, I would expect a 2-point conversion here to make it a 7-point game. But
right, and I'll see what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna kick the field goal here.
Yeah, it does look like the extra point unit is coming on. A little surprising.
A lot of confidence in Spoelstra for this Cadets team. They've been kicking 3. They've had 3 field goals with them so far. That's not something you see out of a lot of high school teams, is confidence in a kicker to perform.
Yeah, and also confidence in the defense. You don't want to go for 2, make it a 6-point game. I think they're confident in their defense to force a stop on New Canaan. So it will be an extra point from Spoelstra. Kick is up, and it is good. So 13-7 for the Cadets with about 9:45 left in the 3rd quarter.
Rams player down on the field, Brendan Hagan. Looks like a helmet might have caught his knee. New Canaan coaches not too happy.
Back up on his feet, limping off to the sideline.
Second key player injured for the Rams. 2 on the defense. A lot of guys in that back, those back positions, that safety position, those corners.
Yeah.
That's Brendan Hagan. That's Walker Blair, and that's Tucker Milligan. Those are 3 of the strongest players in that back of the New Canaan defense. They really are what holds that defense together. 3 seniors, and it's really going to hurt the Rams if all 3 of them don't return to play.
And I think St. Joe's, they're realizing that, so I would expect Brandon Hutchison, Mickey Covino start to get more targets throughout the rest of the game.
Right, and you're totally correct. The ball's going to be aired out a lot more, especially now that those Rams free safeties, it's going to be younger guys coming in. It's going to be guys with less game experience, and that's definitely something that not too many guys are comfortable with.
So we'll still have Griffin Gettner back.
McInerney.
And James McInerney, the freshman, is not taking too many kicks this year, so he's back along with Gettner. But again, we've seen they've done the pooch kick, they've done the squib, so you never really know where this kick is going to head.
Let's see, once again, the Cadets taking their time on this kickoff, understanding that they have no limit of when the ball needs to get into the air.
Maybe we'll see if they're going to target the freshman McInerney, because Spoelstra has been putting it to that left side. So we'll see.
And once again, it looks like the ball's just going to be kicked towards that side of Garcia.
Yeah. Let's see, Spoelstra. See if we'll get another short kick, or maybe we get the boot to McInerney. And it is long. It is going to go to the freshman, James McInerney. McInerney, he will catch it about the 10. McInerney gets some space, flag down, 2 flags down. McInerney gets it to about the 30, pending the flags. Seems like the call will be holding on the Rams special teams. They'll move him back about 10.
Call will be holding on New Canaan. Looks like a bit of player-to-player conflict there. And I think that's something that hurts this Rams team. penalties that didn't need to happen,
Yeah.
especially on a special teams drive like this. And having a player like James McInerney have a great return just to be pulled back 10 yards really hurts the morale and just the overall performance.
Yeah. And we saw penalties on the kick earlier when they got the late hit out of bounds, the
Right.
head-to-head. Just careless errors by the Rams special teams. Rams offense will take over, 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Ty Groff with Telesco to his left. 4 wide receiver set here. Groff in the gun. Pressure to hand off to Telesco. It's not going to get him nothing, about a gain of 2 there.
Looks like he slipped there.
Oh,
and a flag
and they do
down
call
on
a
the
flag.
Rams.
Yeah, might be some unnecessary roughness there on the O-line.
That flag will be a number 72. There was a late block downfield. Not sure exactly what they'll be calling. Hunter
Yeah,
Telesco slipping up.
Almost a possible face mask there, too. Didn't exactly get it, though.
Personal foul will be called
Oh,
against the Cadets.
wow, all right.
A retaliation penalty, it seems.
Okay. So that's a silly error by the Cadets right there. New Canaan, they'll take advantage of that. Moving to about the 39-yard line. So penalties are now starting to shoot both teams in the feet here.
Right, penalties can really change the pace of the game, especially 10 to 15-yard penalties. Fresh set of downs here.
So now we have Groff with Thomas Garcia to his right. That's a new set right there. Quarterback power. It is Groff. He's going to cut it left. Another flag, man. Flags are flying. That's a great run by Ty Groff, but looks like another holding call.
That's a great play by Ty Groff. And once again, it seems to be his second carry with the ball. And it's really something, just as we said earlier on that first, Ty Groff is a running quarterback. He can also get the ball downfield, but he's a running quarterback. And his ability to just read that those 2 first gaps were not open and to bounce out to the outside and to gain additional 3 to 4 yards after carry is just a great heads-up play by him.
Adds another dimension to that offense. You got to worry about the quarterback run.
Rams will be moved back about 10 yards.
So I'll bring up a 1st and 19 on the 30. So another tough holding call there for New Canaan. Groff, Telesco. This is a pass. It's a screen. It's a bad throw. It was intended for number 18, Will Langford. Couldn't get it out to him on the wide receiver screen. Bringing up 2nd and 19.
Shot down. A little frustration there from the Rams offense. You know, it really hurts. It's Ty Groff making the play down, drove to about the 49, and then gets moved all the way back to the 30.
Might even be better that he didn't catch it, because if he did, that's a loss of about 2 or 3 yards right there.
Right, Cadets defenders coming around that left side.
Groff, play action to Telesco. Looking for the deep shot. He's going to roll to his right. Everyone is covered. Great coverage. Oh, we are going to get a late hit out of bounds there. Groff got a few on the scramble, but good call on the penalty. That'll be a 15-yarder.
And if it's the penalty we're thinking about here.
Yep, head-to-head. That is what the call is going to be.
Right, we'll see the replay here.
Take a
Ty
look.
Groff coming around.
Good wheels, and then looks like a shoulder up into the head and neck area. I don't know if it was exact head-to-head, but it is a good call.
Right, and Ryan, you never want to hit a quarterback in today's game of football.
Yeah.
It's the penalties of targeting, and this is why you see quarterbacks, more notably at higher levels, really sliding.
Exactly.
And being able to take advantage of the rules that they have against creating injuries.
Exactly. You know, as long as we don't get some of those roughing the passing calls in the NFL in this game, I think we'll be fine.
Big penalty for the Rams brings them about to where Ty Groff brought them a few downs ago.
So it will be a 2nd down and 1 from a 2nd and 19. So that's a net gain of 18 right there. Groff with Telesco to his right. It is a handoff. And another flag. These flags are flying on this drive here, holding on the offense. They catch the break with the flag on St. Joe's, and right back at you with the holding.
And Ryan, that would have been a 1st down for the Rams. Penalties are hurting them, especially in this drive. It's not something we've seen out of this team. This is not regular, and penalties from both sides of the ball have really been hurting both teams. We're in a back and forth game here. We're playing cat and mouse.
Yeah. Coaching staff for New Canaan obviously can't be happy about this. This has been a couple holdings in the last couple drives out of the half.
Restarted the 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. I think we've had, what, 3 straight second down plays, but you don't see that very often. 2nd and 12, 8:21 to go in the 3rd.
It's got a 2-minute second down.
Pressure from St. Joe's. No, they're going to back off. Groff's going to throw it. That's a good throw right there. That's complete to Michael Smith. That's good. That's what the Rams need. Just pick up those little increments of yards from the throwing game.
Right, and having confidence in those younger wide receivers like Michael Smith, being a sophomore, is really special for the Rams. And the misreception before with that ball overthrown to his head, just being able to come back and tie Groff, placing that ball exactly where it needs to be.
So that will bring up a 3rd and 1. We'll see if they can punch this in with Telesco. Smith on the motion. Oh, and a drop snap. Groff falls on it. That is not what you want to see there. Fortunately, New Canaan recovers, but 4th down, about 4. Let's see if they're going to go for it or take the punt. Punting unit is coming on. Groff looks visibly frustrated with that play.
Right, and it's really tough for this Rams offense when you have a drive that long with no yardage, and it really hurts just making a 9 or 10 yard play, and then all of a sudden you're on the punt team.
Exactly.
And it's demoralizing, and especially being a quarterback and a punter, you know, you're staying on the field, and you have to live with that, and you have to get to another play knowing that your team made some mistakes.
Groff, nice punt. That's deep to Hutchison. That will take a bounce, and A.J. Bell will fall on it. So putting the St. Joe's offense back. Good pump by Groff there. So as we head to the 6:53 mark in the 3rd quarter, we'll see if the Cadets offense can score more points.
Right, and similar field positioning to when the Rams scored their first touchdown defensively here. You know, I'm excited to see what the Rams are able to do. Keeping the Cadets on this side of the field, I think, will be crucial at this point of the game. It's halfway through the 3rd quarter. The Cadets are up a touchdown. The Rams really need to stop here in order to turn the momentum of the game.
Yeah. The injuries have been hurting the Rams defense, but we'll see if we can get a stop here for New Canaan. Singlewald in the gun. Looks like Riley Jordan to his left. He's going to hand it off to Jordan. Jordan cuts it outside. Good pressure by the Rams defense. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Group tackle by A.J. Bell and Jack Boutine on that play. A.J. Bell holding on to him. Jack Boutine coming in with the big hit. And I think that's what the Rams need. And, you know, once again, we've been saying it a lot, is more than one guy on each tackle. And being able to bounce to the outside and having that ability that Jordan does, it's really important for the Rams to be able to recognize where he's going and stop him before he gets upfield.
Yeah. Bring up a 2nd and 11, so it was a loss of 1 on the Riley Jordan handoff. Singlewald in the gun is a throw. He's looking. That ball is complete. That would be, I believe, Joe Saban, number 30 on the catch. Yep, Saban, the 2nd grab of the night.
Right, and great takedown by Griffin Gettner there. You know, Gettner's been a great player. He's one of the seniors, you know, at the safety corner position that's left in the game for the Rams here.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of injuries, and he's really one of those main 4 in the backfield that stayed healthy, and we're seeing the repercussions of that.
Yeah. So that was a gain of 5, bringing up a 3rd and 6 for the Cadets offense. So the defense chance rain down here in Dunning Stadium. Let's see what Will Singlewald can produce here. Empty formation in the gun. Singlewald rolling to his left. That's great pressure. He's going to throw. Oh, what a catch by Hutchison. He was in. Crowd wants an incomplete ball. Wow, what a grab by the star receiver.
Right, and I think that's one of the situations where injuries are hurting the Rams. Walker Blair able to make a great play, but Walker Blair with 2 hands is knocking that ball out.
Yeah.
That nobody's coming down with a reception with Walker Blair on him in that situation. And I think what the Rams were able to do here, you know, with penetration once again and coming around the blitz, you know, forcing chaos is something that they're going to have to continue to create.
Yeah, as Hutchison hands it off to Riley. It's a good hit. Out of bounds again. About 3 to 4 guys swarming the ball there. So Riley Jordan's not going to get anything on that.
Rams excited with A.J. Bell's performance right now.
Bringing up a 2nd and 10 on the 37 here. We'll see if Singlewald will want to target Hutchison a little bit more on this drive with all the injured defensive backs. Let's see. in the gun. He's got 2 backs, 1 to the right, 1 to the left, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's a handoff. That is to the backup running back. That is number 6, Keenan Frazek. Great stop by the Rams D.
A great play by Mike Smith there, recognizing that A.J. Bell was holding on to that running back and able to shed his block and come in and deliver the big hit to stall the momentum.
That's just a great swarm. He had the initial hold there, and then a lot of bodies getting there. Michael Smith.
Handoff was to number 6, Keenan Frazek. His first touch of the game.
3rd and 8. Big play here, motion from Riley Jordan. Singewald. He's rolling to his right. Let's see. Great pressure again. Incomplete pass. That's what you want to see. It's Charlie O'Connor. Again, we've mentioned his name a lot today. Forcing the pressure, forcing the incomplete pass.
Great play by Charlie O'Connor. Some St. Joe's fans not too happy. You know, I think that's what the Rams, that continued pressure that we talked about before, will be the turning point for this game. That defense just being able to stop the Cadets, and a 4th and 8 situation is great, right?
Yeah. So a punting unit will come out. It will be Logan Spolstra punting it deep to Griffin Gettner. Gettner standing at around the 25-yard line. About a 25 to 25 punt, both where the punter and returner are standing.
Spolstra back to punt here.
Let's see if he's got the leg to reach him. Spolstra gets the snap, a little high, almost blocked. Great pressure by the Rams. Will take a bounce. They're going to let that roll just to about the 25-yard line.
Ball rolls dead at the 25 here. I think the Rams are getting through on every single play and just disrupting the ball. And except for a few plays that have gotten the Cadets some big breakouts and some passing plays, you know, with the Rams secondary, a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
I think the Rams defense is just really stepping themselves up this game. I know that it might not be shown by the board, but the amount of plays that have been made recently that are just could be game turning.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
Yeah. We'll see if the passing offense can get a little bit of a spark here. Russi in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Telesco. Telesco, it's good to pick up about 5 yards there. Bring up a 2nd and 5.
Telesco's been great all game. He's been consistent at the end of the first half. 7 carries, 28 yards. You know, the Rams are going to continue to give him the ball, and I think it's very important that they continue to do so because all Telesco needs is one open gap, and he's in the end zone. And that's been shown this entire season.
Yeah. Groff in the gun. He's got Telesco to his right. 4 wide receiver set. Groff's going to drop back, swing pass to Telesco. Telesco, nice little move there, getting around to about the 36, 37-yard line. Those are those good net little pickups you want there for the Rams offense.
Right, and Telesco is making those moves very similar to how Jordan's making those moves. And I think that's been, they've kind of offset each other this game in terms of yards down the field and yards after contact, and they've both been making those great plays, but with such powerful run defenses, it's hard to make a move.
Groff, little pitch to Telesco. That's the first pitch of the night, and they'll pick up another about 5-6 yard gain. So, okay.
Hunter Telesco with some great downfield motion there. The Rams given him the ball 3 times this drive, and it's 3 or 4 times this drive, and it's really special to see reliance on such a great player, and it's interesting to see if the Rams are going to continue to give him the ball.
Change of play at the line of scrimmage here. Groff in the gun. Telesco motioning to Groff's right now. 3 receivers to Groff's right. There's a pass, another swing. Not the greatest throw, but it will be completed for a few yards. It's number 27, Michael Smith, his second screen pass catch of the night.
And I think it's wide receiver and quarterback miscommunication in a sense. And I think the balls are being thrown not poorly, but a little in front of the receiver, who, from the looks of it, is looking to receive the ball standing still instead of moving forward, which is what an experienced quarterback like Ty Groff is probably looking to create, that forward momentum off the catch.
Right. 3rd and 6. This looks like a big heater from St. Joe's. It is. Big blitz. It's going to be a throw. There it is. That is a great gain right there. Number 18, Will Langford. Finally, Langford getting on the board with a nice big catch. Hasn't had many of those tonight.
And Will Langford so far this season has been on the board, wide receiver 1 for the Rams.
Yeah.
And he averages 19 yards per game. And, you know, starting off the game last week with Wilton and a great return by him, it's really, really special. And he's a great player who can create offense.
Feels like for the first time forever, New Canaan is across the 50 as Telesco staying on his feet. He's still up. Hunter Telesco. What a run. Are you kidding me, Gray? Touchdown,
Wow.
New Canaan.
And let me tell you something. Hunter Telesco, as we said before, the Rams continue to give him the ball, and all he needs is to find one hole, and he's gone.
Unbelievable run.
And he breaks one hole, and it doesn't matter how many guys are around him. He'll find a way to get to the end zone, and that's what we've seen here.
Yeah, he's the reason he was one of our spotlight players before the game. In an instant, he can make the play. Head to the tape here. I mean, look at this. Broken tackle.
See him break 2 tackles, leaving defenders on the ground, and 3 more.
Lovely run. That is the play that New Canaan needed right there.
And that's truly game-changing for the Rams here. If the extra point is good, it'll send them up 1 going into the end of the 3rd quarter.
Groff to take the 1-point lead for New Canaan. Groff kick is up. It's a beauty, as it always is. 14-13, New Canaan has taken the lead. Gray, I'm still in awe about that run, man. I mean, that is just an unbelievable play.
That's a great play by Telesco, and I think that adds to how he's able to have so many receiving yards in a game. You know, he averages around 100, and runs like that, you know, 50-yard runs, big gains, are how he's able to reach that big number, right? Because teams know you play the New Canaan Rams. They're running the ball a lot, and a lot of teams game plan to stop the run game. And not being able to stop what you game plan for is how you lose a football game, right? And that's what we just saw right there is Hunter Telesco breaking the game plan of the Cadets, and there's nothing they can do.
Right.
They have their best 12 in. The Rams have their best 12, and right there on that play, the Rams' best 12.
Yep. That is the spark that New Canaan needed. Both these running backs tonight, both Riley Jordan and Hunter Telesco, to having a spectacular night. It's been the running show, as most people expected. So we'll see how that will continue throughout the rest of the game. Ty Groff to boot it deep.
Ty Groff, I wonder who gets his balls after he kicks them away in the woods.
That's a job I would not want to have, Gray.
Right, that's the second one today. Second one.
Yep.
They're pretty far back there, too.
Yeah. Great boot. What a kick by Groff. Almost reaching the end zone there. Is going to be a return. That's good special teams play. That was Riley Jordan on the return. So the halfback turning into the kick return man there.
You know, great game today by Michael Smith. He's made a lot of great plays offensively and defensively, stepping in for some guys who are injured on defense. You know, he is a starting wide receiver for the Rams, and he's had a few receptions that have really changed the game.
Yep.
You know, being able to make plays on special teams, on offense, and on defense is the exact kind of thing you want out of a young guy. And really stepping up to the plate with a lot of injuries this year, he's making a great impact.
Yeah. St. Joe's, the Cadets still have the ball on their own 30. Singewald in the gun. It's going to be a handoff to Riley Jordan. Jordan, he is stuffed. That is what you want to see. So many hats on the ball there that you can't even get even 1 yard out of that.
Right, and you count it, you had 7 or 8 guys right up the middle. And I think the Rams defensive coordinator, Chris Silvestri, is anticipating those runs.
Right.
You know, he's anticipating running the ball with Jordan, and he trusts his guys on the outside. You know, he trusts, you know, you got Hagan back in the game. He trusts the guys on the outside with the pass coverage so those guys in the middle can do their job.
Exactly. Let's see, St. Joe's going to get the play off. 5 seconds. Might just let this one run into the 4th quarter, which they will. We head to the 4th. What a game, 14-13. Crowds putting their 4s up. We are in for an exciting, entertaining 4th quarter.
Right, in 4th quarter in a game this close, 1-point games are really more like no-point games. And we're going to bring it down to sideline reporter PJ for more in this 4th quarter.
Thanks, guys. And this interior D-line of the Rams, led by the likes of Captain Javi Perez Soto and Will Pepe have been tearing it up out there as they've held star running back Riley Jordan to only 41 yards this whole game. Let's see if they can keep it up in the fourth quarter and lead these Rams to victory. Thanks, guys. Back up to you.
They've been really spectacular today. We saw on one of those last plays, 0-yard gain for the St. Joe's running back, Riley Jordan. As we head into the fourth quarter, this is where legends are made. It depends, either you're a hero or not. So we'll see. Important fourth quarter coming up here.
Right, and you're so right about that, and I love the way you put it. Legends are made in the fourth quarter, and I totally agree with you. I think the fourth quarter is really where everything turns into the mud pit, and everybody resets, and everything resets. Any mistakes you made earlier in the game go away. Any great plays you had in the beginning of the game aren't relevant anymore. And right now it's 14-13. It doesn't matter how you get your points. All that matters is that you have them. And going into the fourth quarter with two great teams that can create offense, that can create defense out of anywheres, it'll be a very exciting game.
So St. John's, they with retained possession, 2nd and 11 on their own 29-yard line. We'll see what drive they can muster up here. Singewald in the gun. It is a pass. He's looking. That is going to be complete. It looked like it was number 15, Mickey Covino, making another catch tonight. He's been a good, reliable target for St. Joe's.
Right, reliable target for the Cadets. And Matthew Salmini and Walker Blair in on that tackle together. Call that the three-arm tackle. Able to bring down such a talented receiver and make it 3rd and 4.
Yeah. So big third down here. Ball in the 36. So we'll see what both teams are going to be calling here. Wonder if Buchanan's going to go a little pressure look, maybe even a little fake pressure just to try and.
Right, and they pressured on the last down. I think A.J. Bell, was trying to get in there, and the gap might have just not been open. It could have been a fake blitz.
Yep. Salmini coming up to the line. Salmini on the rush, looking deep. Singewald, he's going to have to roll to his left. Salmini with great pressure. Singewald, oh, what a block. Are they going to call hit in the back? Can't see who that is, but that was a big hit. Silvestri is livid on the sideline.
Right, and I think the Rams coaches understand that blocks like that are not great for the game, and big plays like that are what gets players injured and keeps players off the field.
Yeah.
And especially one of your own, it really hurts to see a guy go down, and it looks like the Rams player will be all right, but blocks like that are just, they're dangerous, right?
Yeah. Was a first down for St. Joe's, though, through the chaos of that block. So they'll bring 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Singewald here having a great game.
Yeah. And with his legs, too, using both the legs and his arms.
Right, a lot of yards. Both passing and running for the quarterback.
So ball is on the left hash for the Cadets. Handoff. Riley Jordan. Oh, that's a big run. Jordan. Riley Jordan, is he gone? Can we get a catch up? Shoved out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. And that's what Riley Jordan can do to you in an instant. He can make a big play out of nothing.
Right, and that's a really great play by the Cadets. Getting downfield and finding that open lane is just really important. And that's the exact same thing we saw Hunter Telesco do earlier. Just that the Rams defense was able to catch up.
Yep.
But finding and breaking those first few tackles. And once you reach open field, it's really a game of who's faster.
Yeah.
And I just think in this situation, the Rams defense, Brendan Hagan and it might have been Andrew Nolan, were able to catch up and stop the play.
Almost like both the running backs are saying, what you can do, I can do better. Telesco has a big run.
Right.
Well, right back at you. Jordan's going to get the big run.
Right.
So I'll bring up a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line for the Cadets.
Red zone offense, very strong for the Cadets here.
I'd watch Jordan and Hutchinson, but here we go. It's Singewald. Whistle's blown. I believe we got a timeout called from Buchanan. Coach Marinelli, Coach Silvestri, they want to let it go over with the boys. Talk about the game plan and the red zone.
Right, and this is very important, giving your players an opportunity to get in the play and just reset. Everyone needs to slow down after a big run like that. You're all excited. If you're on the defense, you're excited for the wrong reason. If you're on the offense, you're excited for the right reasons, right?
Right.
And everyone gets a bit jumpy, and just slowing the field down and is really important here. And I think what the Rams are going to try to create is some pressure and make that quarterback, senior quarterback with a lot of experience, Sinchwald, you know,
Yeah.
he doesn't perform as well as we thought under pressure, and I think that's become very evident in this game today, and I think the Rams are going to try to take advantage of that. And
Yeah.
when the Cadets try to air the ball out, you know, give Sinchwald some pressure and maybe he throws it out of bounds.
Yeah. If I'm Singlewald, I would definitely look out for the Salmini blitz. See, they've been doing that a couple times this drive, especially inside the 10. I'd watch out for that there. Hutchison, if you look at Hutchison, he is left alone on an island on the far left of the field.
Interesting set here, similar to New Canaan's Jumbo.
Singlewald, he's got Jordan to his left. It's not going to be the handoff. That's the backup. That's number 6, Keenan Frazek. And he will not get in. Look at that. A lot of hats on the ball right there.
You know, Keenan Frazek, it looked like he had the open lane. And,
Yeah.
and from the looks of it, right after the handoff, it really looked like there'd be a touchdown. And I think the ability of the Rams to adjust to the ball mid-play and the Rams being able to recognize that there's open field. And,
Yeah.
and that outside defensive end and the other guys being able to create and close space and keep content is just it's a very well done job by the Rams.
Here we go. Singlewald in the gun. He's at the 3. It's another handoff to Frazek. And again, not in. Looks like he might be down to the 1-yard line though. So got a yard or 2 out of that. Bringing up a 3rd and goal.
Right, and 3rd and 2 it's hard to mess up. And you look at the percentage of what teams are converting these days, it's very high. And I think it's due to the strong running backs. And I'm anticipating a run to Riley Jordan here.
Yeah. At this point, you got to get a touchdown here. I mean, field goal, you're taking the lead, but you're at the 2-yard line. Like, come on.
Right.
So we'll see. Singlewald, the St. Joe's offense.
Checks into the game here. Prime position for a handoff.
Defense chance rising here in the student section. It's Wildcat. And is Riley Jordan in? He looked like he was stuffed at the 1. Great play. It's Matt Salmini. Who else is in there on the tackle?
Right, and I'm anticipating the Cadets to go for the touchdown here.
Yeah. 4th and 1, 4th and goal. You got to go.
You know, and conservative of a coach as Delavich is, I just think he needs to make the right decision for the team here. And in this circumstance, you have to go for it.
Yeah,
you know, you've
absolutely.
confidence in your kicker. You'll have another opportunity in your next drive. There's probably time for one more. You got to go for the ball here.
New Canaan sideline is pumping up the crowd here. It's 4th and goal from the 1. Who's going to make the play? Look at this, Riley Jordan in that backfield with that Wildcat. It goes to Jordan. Jordan is in, it looks like. He is in. And the Cadets get the touchdown, 4th and goal. It's a risky play call, and it worked out for the Cadets. That'll make it 19-14 pending this PAT.
Right, and there's not much that a defense can do on that 4th and 1 stand. It sucks, and you go 3 and out, and I think they kind of understood who was going to go for that 4th down there. And you know, St. Joseph, great play call, direct snap, 2 in a row, similar to that jumbo set that the Rams use, and it works, right, in those short down scenarios, and that's why it's being used.
We see it a lot. New Canaan's run that with Luke Reed with that direct snap Wildcat. Work for the Cadets here. PAT or Spolstra is good. 20-14, 6-point lead for St. Joe's.
A lot of fantasy points for Spolstra tonight.
Yeah.
2 field goals on the board, and then an extra set of PATs.
Imagine if he doesn't slip on that 1 kick, maybe it's a 9-point game right now.
Right, and that would have been a great field goal.
Yeah.
Long distance, and I think the Rams got a piece of it. You know, I don't think we're sure of if that ball was going to make it, whether or not the slip was going to happen. But you know, regardless, it was a great play by that defense who was able to come around, and it wasn't just one guy who almost blocked the football. It was 3.
Yeah, lots of guys are in there. So Spolstra, who will boot it deep. It looks like probably to Griffin Gettner. And McInerney is also back there. Freshman, did return a kick earlier.
Right, you got to think, if you have a player like McInerney who's just so dominant on the football field as a freshman,
Yeah.
you got to think about what he was like in 8th grade. And that's one of those things that you have players coming to dominate against guys that are 4 years their age.
Yeah.
You know, what were they like against guys only their age?
Exactly. So Spolstra gonna set up. Oh, here's something new. He's actually setting it up in the middle of the field, not picking a hash.
All right, similar to the beginning of the game.
Yeah. So see if this one will go deep to Getner or McInerney. Spolstra getting ready to boot it deep. Whistles have blown. Spolstra running up. Ball is lifted deep. That will go to James McInerney, the freshman. He's going to get a second kick return of the night. McInerney finds a good hole, but is eventually swarmed by the Cadets special teams unit. Looks about to 25.
Right, and bring the ball to the 25 is 5 yards better than a touchback. And that's all you can really ask for out of a guy like that. And it was a great play, and the yards after contact was, you know, about 3 or 4. And I think that's something that the Rams are really working on here. You can see guys that are spinning off contact or they're lowering their shoulders into contact and really absorbing it and getting the extra 2 or 3 yards, which are crucial for first downs. Crucial.
Yeah. Not afraid of that extra contact, but it's something you need, especially being one of the best teams in the state. So we got 4 receivers set here. Groff with Telesco to his left in the gun. Be a handoff to Hunter Telesco. Gain of about 2 there.
And I think the Rams are going back for the rest of this game to their traditional principle of really running the ball. I think they tried to air it out. You know, it worked in a few short scenarios. They went for a few deep ones. And I think the Rams really just want to get the run game going. And it hasn't taken off aside from that big run by Telesco. And I think that's what they've relied on so heavily in the past. And hopefully right now that can pay off.
Yeah. Here's a new formation. This is just shotgun, no back. Ty Groff. Telesco will motion. Possible swing pass. No, Groff is going to look. Fires. Did that hit the ground? It is incomplete. That was intended for Will Langford. So.
You know, and Langford visibly frustrated. You know, he's a great receiver, and he's really looking to catch the ball and maybe run the ball up the field. And it's tough, especially in situations like that where a ball might be thrown a little low. You know, miscommunication, the route could have been overrun. You know, the look might have been there. The pass just might have been a little low, and bouncing off the field it really sucks. It really sucks.
Bring up a 3rd and 7. Now it is the St. Joe's crowd starting to get on their feet. Defense chants raining down from them.
Right, extremely vocal.
Yeah. Here we go, 5 wide. We don't see this often. Groff in the gun. Straight pass. Groff's going to look. He's looking for Telesco. That's not a good throw. It's intercepted. That is number 13. It's Sam Rosa, the senior. Gets the INT.
Big interception for the Cadets.
Groff kind of let that ball sail on him a bit. He was looking for Telesco on the wheel route. Let's take a look here.
Huge interception from Sam Rosa there, the senior quarterback, who was able to read the large pass and see that he had a few extra steps to make that catch.
It's a great job by Rosa to track that ball in the air. That's a high ball right there. Almost like a pop fly in baseball.
Right, and that's exactly what the Cadets were looking for. Being able to have the ball, they'll have enough time to air out, slow down the ball, maybe run out a bit of clock. You know, if they can keep it to a 5-minute possession here, the Rams don't have a lot to work with.
Yeah.
You know, and it's looking like for the Rams, risking these deep balls and relying on a huge play is very difficult. And unless they get it going in the run game, which is difficult with low time on the clock, that could be it.
Yep. So St. Joe's has the ball at their own 39. Signalwald in the gun. He's going to hand it off to Riley Jordan. That'll be about nothing there.
Right, and Rams defense just doing what they're doing and doing what they've done. Right, they're just short stops, and no yardage from these running backs is really important. The St. Joseph offense is going to try to run the clock down, end the game, you know, and be done with this. And the Rams defense is saying, you're not getting a first down.
Right.
You can't keep running the ball. You run up the middle 3 more times, we're going 3 and out.
Exactly. So we got 2nd down and 13 here. Singlewald just getting the troops together. Singwald off Jordan to his right. Halfback Keenan Frazek is lining up as a receiver on the right side. It's going to be a handoff to Jordan. That's a great play. Great stuff on the ball there. As we've been saying, the defensive line on point tonight.
Great play by Will Pepe there. Being able to break through there. I believe he was at nose guard on that play. That's a really important play there for the Rams. Making it 3rd and 5. You go 3 and out. You know, you got to anticipate the Cadets to punt the ball.
Yeah.
And getting the possession back is the first step to getting back into this game.
3rd and 14. I would expect a pass, but you don't want an incomplete pass. I would stop the clock. Obviously, New Canaan wouldn't mind the incomplete pass, but for St. Joe's here, I would expect maybe something a little more short, just to waste the time a bit, but we'll see. Singwald is going to roll to his left. Oh, this is going to be a handoff, a little misdirection. Oh my God, and it is Riley Jordan at the 20, inside to the 15. The misdirection gets the Rams defense biting.
You know, that's a great play by the quarterback, number 10, you know, Will Singwald. And he's a senior, and you can tell that that experience is paying off. And he was able to fake that he's running out of the pocket and then hand it out to their star running back, who was able to pick up
looks like
better part of 50 yards.
That is Riley Jordan down. He's back on his feet, though, but he's coming off. So that is a major loss for St. Joe's. As we take a look, it was the misdirection, and Jordan just turned on the Jets there.
Andrew Nolan coming down with him. Great tackle by him, staying downfield.
That'll be a 1st and 10 from the 15 for St. Joe's.
Not yet in the red zone, but this St. Joe's defense can pick. This St. Joe's offense can pick up 15 yards on any given pass play.
So Riley Jordan is not in, so that puts Keenan Frazek in. Singwald in the gun. He's going to hand it off to Frazek. And
taken down by Matt Salmini. Once again, Matt Salmini. He's had a plethora of tackles this game, and it's really been amazing in what he's been able to do, and as far as just staying consistent and making great plays, and he has half the points for this New Canaan team right now.
The amount of times we've called his names tonight, I mean, we can't even count. He's everywhere. It's always a good sign for the Rams. 2nd and 9. Jordan is back into the game. Riley Jordan is back to the left of Singwald. Frazek to the right. Only a 2 receiver set here. So we'll see if they'll stick to the run game on the 2nd and 9 from the 14. Singwald. Late snap's going to hand it off to Riley Jordan. Jordan uses his blocking. Get about a yard or 2, but again, that New Canaan interior rush defense is doing good.
Taken down by number 33, Owen Lyden there. And you can tell that the St. Joseph Cadets are really using every second of the play clock. And that's something that we saw there, brought it down to 2 seconds. And just a run like that is all they're looking for, right? They're not looking for a touchdown. They're up 7 points. There's 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. They're looking to run the play clock out, get the first down, and not get this Rams offense another opportunity to score.
Yeah. That clock is just winding to run the chew clock, hence why they run the ball so much. Bringing up a 3rd and 5 on the 10. Singwald looks like he's got Jordan to his left. Singwald to take the snap, will hand it to Riley Jordan. Jordan's got a hole. Riley Jordan barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Joe's. This Rams defense is being ran through like a truck on I-95. It's not looking good.
Right, and this is great for the Cadets, and they've been creating offensive momentum, which has really picked up here in the second half. As we said, locker room talks are really what's changes a team, and just being able to bounce through a few defenders and take it into the end zone is really a game changer.
The Riley Jordan chants are raining down from the St. Joe students. New Canaan is just, they look stunned out there. Coaches, players, fans.
You know, and I think it's a tough situation to be in. The New Canaan secondary on this defense, struggling with a lot of injuries. You know, your star safety, both your star safeties, really. You saw there, you know, Walker Blair, you know, trying to make that tackle. It's really tough with one arm, right? And let alone having your second safety out of the game entirely.
Right.
Your third, your one of your corners on injury watch, you know,
Right.
Brendan Hagan, and luckily he's back in the game
Yeah.
for these Rams. But just Rams struck with injury, and Luke Reed is injured too. This is why we haven't seen a lot of jumbo out of the Rams here.
Right. I mean, now with 3:14 left, you gotta imagine that the passing offense is gonna come to fruit here. You can't stick with the run game for too much longer. You want to use as little clock as possible because the Rams still have 2 timeouts, not 3. So you probably want to get a quick touchdown, then let the defense go to work. As McInerney and Gettner go back to take the return. Let's see, St. Joe's still in their special teams huddle. Logan Spolstra will be preparing to boot it deep. .3:14 left for New Canaan. See if they can try and get a spark on this return here. Try and light a fuse for the offense to continue.
You know, and here's St. Joe's once again taking their time and using every second of the play clock available to them.
Spolstra lining up from the middle hash again.
You know, 3 quick scores for the Cadets, really just showing up here out of nowhere and in the second half, and they've been playing amazing in the run game, and you know, it's evident that Riley Jordan's going to have a ton of yards, and he's averaging 155, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, just tonight, do you think he hit that number? You know, most likely he did, and
Yeah.
and I think that's great for what the Cadets have been able to produce.
Right. Spolstra to boot. A little pooch kick to the sideline. Let's see, it's going to be taken on the return. That looks like it was
Number
Ryan
40.
Barnard again.
Right, and Ryan Barnard, the second one of those kicks returned on the kickoff. And normally you're a second row guy on that kickoff return team, and you're not expecting to catch the ball. You're really expecting to put your body in front and make a great play and by blocking. And having those opportunities, I think, is really great, especially for the yards he's being able to create.
Right.
Not sure what the strategy is behind St. Joe's, as it's clear the Rams have been kind of shutting down their kick strategy, but you know, the Rams are getting better field positioning than they would in a standard return.
Yeah, I mean, it was 14-13 New Canaan. Crowd was on their feet. Everyone was excited here at Dunning Stadium. And just like that, you know, with a little fuse, Cadets, they have 27 now. It's a 13-point lead.
Right, and the other big thing is safe field positioning. Right, it's safe. That's the safe play. And being able to slow the game down, especially when you're up, and there's no need to make the big risky kick.
Yep. That pass was tipped. Groff was looking for number 17, Cooper Smith, on that wide receiver screen. Bringing up a 2nd and 10 on the 33 for the Rams.
Ryan DeMarco, 6'3" defensive end, making that play. Being able to bat down that ball.
Heard his name a few times tonight.
Definitely. Great defensive end.
2nd and 10 here. Groff in the gun. Let's see, play action. Groff's looking for Alex Russi. That pass is incomplete. TJ Wright, the defensive back, forcing the incomplete pass.
Broken up by the sophomore.
That's sophomore on sophomore right there. Defensive back wins the battle.
Right, and I think those are tough routes, and we're not sure how many options there were, but the Rams are really looking to get downfield and get out of bounds and slow down the play clock. They have 2 timeouts left, and having to use them this early is not ideal. So I think they're going to wait it and air that ball out.
Groff looking for McInerney. That's incomplete, thrown out of bounds. Looking on that corner route to James McInerney, the freshman, unable to hit it. Bringing up a 4th and 10.
And that same route is a connection that hit in the Wilton game. And it's a tough throw for the quarterback. You know, it's coming off not your arm side. It's on the run. It's a really tough play to make. And McInerney was not open. He's covered. It's a tough sideline catch. And I think the Rams need to create more separation on those deep balls.
And as you said, a righty quarterback rolling to his left doesn't always work. Normally you go righty rolling to his right. But Rams are going for it, 4th and 10. This seems like desperation here because you're on your own 33. If you don't get this, could be ball game. Groff, empty set in the gun. He's looking, he fires. McInerney makes the catch, and that'll be enough for a first down. So the gamble does pay off. It's the freshman McInerney getting a good reception there. 2:50 left on the clock.
Right, and that's a smart reception, and there's great chemistry between the two. And McInerney's creating a lot of yards, and he was able to get open, create that separation we talked about earlier right in the middle of the field.
Quick tempo here for the Rams offense. Groff again rolling to his left. Again, McInerney on the corner. Throws a little too high. Keenan Frazic. He's been playing running back. He's playing defensive back. Covering McInerney there.
I think it's tough, especially with what St. Joe's has done with knocking down passes or being a threat to do so. And it's really hard to get these balls in a position to be caught, and especially when you're looking to stop the clock and get the ball out of bounds. You decrease the amount of open field you have to work with because you're not running towards open field. You're running towards a closed corner. Right. So you really got to create that separation if you're throwing those routes to the sideline.
Groff play action to Lesko. He's going to step up in the pocket. Pressure gets there. Looked like Bryce Prince, the linebacker, got there first, followed by Ryan DeMarco. Just the pressure from the Cadets. Tried to step up in the pocket, couldn't get it out.
Right, and I think the Cadets are used to this pass defense, especially playing a lot of defense against their pass offense. And I think it's something that they're enjoying right now.
Right.
In having that opportunity to make some big plays.
Yep. 3rd and 8. Groff is going to roll to his right. Flag. It's a shame. He got the first down, too. You got to imagine that might be another holding call.
Great run by Ty Groff, making it far downfield.
See the penalty. It's holding on the offense. Not what New Canaan wants there. Had the first by a good amount, too.
And that really hurts because you have such a great running quarterback who's making an amazing play like that with the clock dwindling. And, a lot of guys on this Rams team have probably given up. And this just shows that how much of a leader and star player Ty Groff can be, and just keeping the momentum in his favor. And it really sucks that penalty brought them back so far.
Yeah. Bringing up a third and 21 here. Not where you want to be if you're New Canaan. So we'll see. This is 4-down territory for the Rams, too. So you want to get a good pickup here. Groff's going to step up, throwing it deep, targeting Alex Russi. He pulled down with it. No, he did not. They called. Ball was broken up. Flag. Are we going to get an interference call?
Great ball by Ty Groff. Almost brought down by Alex Russi.
That was great placement.
Right.
Elite ball placement, as they say.
We'll see a replay here. He's coming up. Almost brought down. Looks like they might have called a pass interference.
The refs are still talking.
Unaware of the call here. St. Joe's coach is not too happy with the flag.
All right, so I believe there was a PI, but they're moving back. Were they calling an offensive PI potentially on Russi? I'm not sure. Are they getting Russi on a push-off here? Okay, now we're moving up. Okay, seems confusion between both the teams here. Ball is at the 50, 3rd and 6. So it was a 15-yard penalty, but it stays a 3rd down. 1:54 left in the game.
I think for the Rams, 15 yards, it's a great penalty, but it doesn't put them in that first down position because of how far back they were. And, maybe without that interference or whatever might have been called, and if the reception was brought down, right, they'd be in much better field position.
Yeah. Groff looking swing past Telesko. Great cut. Telesko's still on his feet. There's the first down, and he gets out of bounds. That's a heads-up play by Hunter Telesko.
I honestly think that's play the game right there. Finding that seam through DeMarco and preventing him from getting another bat down was great by Ty Groff. The move by Telesko to break outside and get out of bounds on a play that it's tough to, especially with the contain on the outside by those linebackers and penetrating.
1st and 10, Groff. He's taking the deep shot. Alex Russi, it's underthrown. Intercepted. It's Connor Fahey. It's his second of the night, and that looks like the game sealer. Undercut the route. It was intended for Alex Russi on the post.
Right, but you know, I think if that defender didn't come, you know, flying from that left side, I think the ball would have been caught by Russi. And you got to take a chance in these game situations. You know, he had separation in the beginning, and I think it was just lost by a free safety who made the right play.
Yeah. Might have just put the nail in the coffin for New Canaan. The game isn't over until it's over, but it's looking very slim for New Canaan. 2 timeouts left, so they're probably just going to force feed Riley Jordan the ball here.
You know, Cadets up by a margin of 2 touchdowns here. Minute 33, Cadets on the first down, and you know, you think they're going to run the ball out or take a knee or kill the game clock, because it's really unrealistic at this point for 2 entire possessions, you know, without a Hail Mary on every play.
There's a handoff to Jordan. He's going to get stuffed, so timeout will be called by New Canaan. You got to imagine Coach Silvestri is telling his guys, you got to strip the ball, get that ball out. It's the only thing that they can try and do.
Right, and this is the fourth quarter, the mud pit you talk about, and it's all about character at this point and making plays when they don't matter to you. And a lot of these players might have given up, and you can see that just by the way these players are walking off the field, and heads are hanging on the sideline. But you know, I think it's really important that the players on the field understand, especially for this Rams defense, that these are moves about character. You got to make the right play right now. The game's not over. Just finish it off.
Exactly.
Yeah, hey, you know, a Rams defense that has 21 points in up the prior game. It's not unrealistic for them to recover a fumble here.
Yeah. Trying to get a strip, but of course, credit goes to St. Joe's offense and defense. Forced, 3 turnovers today, 2 picks and the fumble, so both sides of the ball for St. Joe's.
Right, and a minute 30 left and 1 timeout left for the Rams. The Cadets are going to need a first down to really kill this game, but Rams might just take a knee.
Singewald will hand it off to Riley Jordan. Flag, so we'll see what that is. If it's a holding, maybe New Canaan wants to decline, bring up a 3rd down.
Flag after the start of the play.
Let's see what the call is. That was only a gain of about 2 yards. On the defense. Face mask on the defense. That's a tough call right there.
I think the problem with that this late in the game is you're driving downfield. You just gave the Cadets a first down. And this really burns a hole in New Canaan's pocket of what's available to them. And the first down is just going to allow the Cadets to run the ball for 4 more downs and kill the rest of that play clock.
See from the graphic, New Canaan 9 first downs to St. Joe's 18. So St. Joe's offense, they've been working today.
Right, and the St. Joe's offense has really dominated in comparison to the New Canaan. In terms of total yards, you know, at halftime we were at 140 to just 40.
Yeah.
So it's really been remarkable what the St. Joe's team has been able to create, and looks like St. Joe's will take a knee and finish off the game.
Yeah, but credit does go to St. Joe's. They did play an outstanding game. It hurts for the home team, of course, you know, being ranked 2nd in the state, unbeaten, and they got it today. I mean, playing a very tough team. St. Joe's was ranked 6th though, so it wasn't out of the blue, but again, great game.
That's going to be it.
There's the final kneel down.
Rams save their final timeout and let the game clock run out.
That will be it. St. Joe is picking up a 27-14 win over the Rams in Dunning Stadium. Heartbreaking loss for the New Canaan Rams, but for St. Joe's, that is a season-defining win.
Right, and really frustrating, really frustrating for this Rams team and just what they've tried so hard to create this year. And the St. Joe's team just came in and really picked up their offense in the second half, which is exactly what, you know, we expected to happen coming out of the locker room for one of these teams.
Yeah.
you know, we anticipated that one of these teams was going to come out hot in the second half, and you know, it's clear St. Joe's did, and they picked up their heads, and the score was 14-13, and they bounced back with a few straight touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's really all you need, you know, out of a team that's, you come to another team's home turf, and you know, you're really tied at half, and being able to come back and just keep pushing, and that's what the football game is all about.
Exactly.
And being able to come back after the second half and make a change in the game.
I mean, majority of the game, it was 7-6, and then, I mean, we did see the offense in the second half, but it was in the Cadets' favor there as they pull out a gigantic victory in the primetime matchup.
Right, and this will make the Cadets' record 6-1, and this will make the New Canaan record 6-1 as well. Two teams with the same record. Interested to see where the teams will rank in terms of state rankings, and you know, in terms of league rankings.
New Canaan, they're meeting at the 35-yard line as they do every week after their game. You know, it's a somber evening, a tough loss, but that's just this week in practice. You got to get back. You know, Gray, what do you think Lou is saying to all the kids right now?
Right, Ryan. You know, I think Lou is saying right now to all of his players, we fell apart. And that game we have to put on ourselves because of our offensive performance. And I think it's clear here for everyone on this Rams team, especially a lot of the defensive players, because everybody was hurt on the defense today.
Right.
And that really hurts a team, you know, in terms of being successful, because your entire defense is hurt and you're still trying to hold. You know, this is the most points the New Canaan team has given up by 2 times. You know, really, it's the New Canaan defense today. They didn't play a bad game.
No.
You know, overall, they had great plays. There was a great interception, a lot of great tackles, and I think the St. Joe's Cadets were just able to take those injured spots on the field and turn in big individual plays out of them.
Right.
And I think that was really what sealed this game, and this Rams offense not being able to produce against a strong defense.
Exactly. And that's really been the story all year. It's been a solid, great defense. The offense, they've been lackluster with their points, and that's what's going to happen when you're playing a good team like St. Joe's. You
know, and it's frustrating, and there's interceptions. You know, they happen, but a lot of the guys in this Rams team have just been talking, you know, all day, every day about how much more they want to air out the ball, and these wide receivers are eager to get their touches, and just not having these opportunities because of turnover on downs is really unfortunate, and it's just tough for the Rams. It's, you know, it's a new quarterback today. It's just really like the first game of the season for a lot of these guys. And all the players that filled in, young guys played great games. You guys like Mike Smith, who are making a lot of plays. It's really awesome to see those younger guys step up, but at the same time, it's very unfortunate.
Exactly.
You know, some future matchups. The New Canaan Rams have Ludlow next week, Fairfield Ward, and then Darien. St. Joe's have Stanford, West Hill, and Trumbull.
Yep. I think we'll get some highlights rolling, just of a recap of the game through the key moments. This was a good keeper by Ty Groff. He had a couple of those today.
You know, and Ty overall, I think had a great game, and it's his first game as quarterback for the Rams, and there were a lot of ups, there were a lot of downs. And I think the ups, you know, in a way, you could argue overweighed the downs.
Exactly.
Being a leader and making great runs. I mean, there were 2 or 3 drives there that just kept getting called back. And there's not much you can do when that happens, because you're making a 20-yard play like Ty Groff. You know, he's a great running quarterback, and they only put the ball in the hands of him 3 times.
Exactly.
And yards per carry on that, it could have been like 15.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's frustrating, and it's really hard for a quarterback to make all those plays and then just have them overturned.
But the testament goes to the St. Joe's running back, Riley Jordan. I mean, from the highlights, he had an amazing game. Great game. Groff, he had a good game besides his picks, you know. But first game back, that's the stuff that's going to happen. And, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Here's the rollout by Singewald. All right. The handoff to Frazek. Telesco had a good game besides the fumble. Obviously, his 1 rushing touchdown was outstanding. That's what will happen.
know, we're going to bring it down to
We have Danielle with Coach Marinelli down on the field. Danielle.
Tough loss out there today, a lot of back and forth. What do you have to say about your players' performance tonight?
Well, you know, I think defensively I thought we did a great job. You know, we did as much as we possibly could. We weren't able to move the ball like we have been in the past. So, you know, we have to go back and then I think we had more penalties than we've had all year. So that certainly didn't help. But, you know, we have to regroup, and a great group of kids, great team. So we're going to be back on Mondays, try to straighten it all out, and we'll see what happens.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ryan Gray, back to you.
Danielle. Yeah, tough loss as the Rams do lose 27-14 to the St. Joe's Cadets. That'll be it. I'm Ryan Bell, grade Tomasco. Thank you guys. Have a good night.